Welcome to another episode of Hypoghettocally Speaking. I'm your host, Ayo B. Here another week, man. Also known as Ayo Poppy.
I'm Mr. Technically Difficult.
It's your girl Barbie Sosa, and you can follow me on Instagram at The Real Barbie Sosa.
My name is Cecilia Tennessee. You can call me CC, and you can follow me on Instagram at CEECEELLII 4 A's. Got that from her. For sure.
My name is Deja, and you can call me Miss Deja. My Instagram is Miss Deja with 6 A's.
My name is Nikki. You can call me Nikki J. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Nikki J.
And my name is Sierra, but you can call me C. And my Instagram is Sierra.versus C. S-I, not C.
Okay. Well, first off, ladies, I want to, appreciate y'all for coming out. I know it's late, but thank you anyway. I like to start my show every week with doing a mental health check by asking you how your week or how your weekend was. So how was your week and how was your weekend? Anything interesting? Anything you want to get off your chest? How we coming?
I finished my semester.
Okay.
As of
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Snaps.
I'm excited.
One step closer.
I did something big this week.
Okay.
Actually, yesterday. My fiance that passed away, I got him his own day yesterday. So.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to that.
This year.
Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to that.
Congratulations.
I don't know if we can top that. Anybody else?
I'm proud to be here because, y'all, I'm proud to be me. So, I'm I'm in the fashion show. So.
Yo, first of all, shout out for the plug. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the product.
Proud to
Yes.
be me fashion show.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to New Orleans. I'm very grateful to finally see my brother who I hadn't seen for more than a year. So, yeah, just blessed.
Oh, yeah. Time is everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just talking about that.
Yes.
It's something you can't get back.
Mm-hmm.
For
My weekend was a blur. I remember Sunday, and that's about it.
No, Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I remember. I don't remember anything prior to Sunday. You know what? Let me see what happened. So, I have a Mexican friend from LA.
Oh, that's all you had to say?
Right? Yeah.
That's all you had
And
to
they
say?
threw a Mexican party. That don't never end. It
You had
just
the Haracha.
keeps going.
Yeah.
By the time you look at it, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
You had the
Sure.
horchata.
2 o'clock, yeah.
I don't know what I had. They
had
just
the
kept passing me
Tequila.
shots.
Tequila.
Tequila,
They
probably.
had
That's
the
definitely
tequila.
what you had
They
at
had
that
tequila
party.
in the horchata.
At some point, somebody passed me a cigar.
I bet you it was a old
Then
lady
it
too.
was. Well, the old lady was taking shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be having the whole family there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was
I
fine.
swear.
I never loved Spanish music that much in my life.
You don't like Spanish music?
They be having.
Well, first of all,
Oh, I love
They be
it.
having 3
I love
quinceañeras in
Selena.
my neighborhood at the same time.
No, but this was like straight Spanish. Like,
Straight like,
but I'm saying when
Not
you
no bad.
intoxicated, like
Yeah.
everything have a groove.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's about it. So I'll go straight into the hypothetical unless anybody else has anything. Miss C.
My weekend was very boring, but I like boring.
Yeah, chill.
I do,
Okay.
too. I love it.
I like being in my solitude, so.
I celebrated
I
my
have-
son's birthday.
Okay, how old is your son?
He just turned 8.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
So like you, I have 2 boys, so I don't have solitude.
Oh.
There's no solitude. I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. There's no solitude.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for
And they both boys?
Yeah.
Both boys. I'm done. That's it.
Bless
No
your
more.
heart.
Come on.
Lucky they ain't into pro wrestling.
Well, they do enough fighting. My 3-year-old got a violent streak. He stumped his brother's head.
Oh, my God.
He stumped it?
Yeah, so he was on the ground. He began to stump it, and then I watched it bounce off the hardwood floor. And I was like, "You probably shouldn't do
that.
that. That's not important." You're asking the wrong question.
For real.
And he ready for the
That's not important.
Where you bring them when he learned how to fight like
No,
that?
for real.
Yeah.
What you teaching that baby?
You gotta be able to protect yourself.
That's at least high school.
What you teaching that baby?
No.
For
At
real.
least high school level
Yeah,
and
he ready for day. He
He said that's
not
high
He
school.
gonna be sent home every day.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with the call. As long as he won, we good.
Oh, my God.
He
All
gonna
right.
win.
So hypothetically speaking, if you were standing in front of 2 doors, door 1, if you walk through, whatever age you are now, every year from now on, you would age until you no longer. You would decrease in age until you no longer exist. So you would 25, 24, you would just decrease until you didn't exist. Or you could walk through door 2, and then you would live forever, but you would be eternal. You could never die. So hypothetically speaking, what door do you choose?
I choose door number 1.
Okay, talk to me about it, because you got to give me a reason why you picked.
Yeah, so I would choose door number 1 because there's a lot of things that I wish I would have knew now when I was 16 and 17. So I'll be able to go
Like
back
taxes.
and do some things differently. So I'm okay with door number 1.
Anybody else?
Oh, me.
Well, I want all y'all answers.
Oh, I'm for sure picking door number 2.
I'm
I'm sorry to say this. I can take this to be a weirdo level. Vampires. I'm a fan of vampires. 1. 2. I just feel like yes, I do have like a lot of knowledge right now.
No, keep going.
Oh, I don't have a lot of knowledge. Like I have a lot of knowledge now, but like I feel like to go back and redo everything would just be like you wasted all that time. So then to go back down and then eventually die, what was the point? So I feel like with all this knowledge that I have now, living forever going on, I could do so much with that. I can help other women. I can help kids. Like I went to special needs because I feel like I would help special needs kids because I feel like there's so much work. So if I could live forever and help generations and generations of what? Like, come on now, like that's different.
We'll be back to that.
Okay.
Door number 1, I agree. That was basically my answer. What she said, I would just go back and do things a little different. I would just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Maybe this will be different now that I'm older now. Like I would have, especially saving. I probably would have. Yeah, it's just time. Spend more time with my grandmother. Yeah, a lot of stuff. So yeah,
I got you.
I agree.
I would definitely pick door number 2. And the reason I will pick door number 2 is because in life, as you get older and as you grow on in life, you continue to get better every day. So going backwards would only just make me start over and be young again and live like I don't have no regrets. So basically, if I go in door number 2, I'm only going to get better. The longer I live, the better I get. So I'm going to go with door 2.
I feel what she's saying.
I'll be back.
Hey, okay.
I agree.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What were the options for the doors?
You can't be serious.
Live forever or
That's
go
door
back.
number 1.
Yeah.
No, that's door number 2.
See, y'all confused.
I got it.
Don't
No, just
judge
listen.
me. Okay.
So door number 1, if you walk through, you'll begin to decrease in age. Every year you'll get younger and younger until you cease to exist.
Benjamin.
Door 2, you live forever. You're eternal. You never die. What door do you pick?
It's going to have to be number 1. I think there's beauty in death. Everything has to end at some point.
Definitely
I love
agree.
that
Definitely
I
agree.
guess I would just enjoy the ride of,
Well, door number 1, you never be ugly.
baby, even when I'm old, I'm not going to be ugly.
Yeah, let them know. Let
I
them
got
know.
some
Put it out
good-
there.
Say it again.
Good genes. You hear me? My grandmother's still fine. But I don't think I would like going back.
Well, those are the only 2 choices. So.
It's just your age. You're not experiencing the life you had, right?
So do you think
You're
that
just
you'll be-
aging backwards.
You're just
right?
aging
Yeah,
back.
so
Yeah,
eventually-
You're not going back in time.
Not in
Eventually
your
you're gonna
mind.
get
You still
back
know
in.
who you are.
Because I would hate to do that. I don't want to do that. But
Eventually you're gonna be
most
a baby
definitely, I gotta go. I don't want to be here. I need to be reincarnated. Be a
Yeah, I got you. So I picked, of course, door number 1 because it's the only logical choice.
I don't think so.
First, well, let me also say I have a thing for vampires. So at first it was going to be door number 2.
Yeah.
But like she said, I don't see death as like a crying thing. To me, like death is a celebration.
Right.
Like because you lived, like when my grandmother died, I didn't cry really because she lived a very full life. You know what I'm saying? She was happy. She didn't die from sickness. She was just like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
Right.
So that's kind of how it went. And I feel like if I live forever, I have to continue to watch the people that I fall in love with die.
Yeah.
Like the kids she's helping, she has to watch die. Your grandmother, whoever you fall in love, your best friend that you done met, you have to continue to watch people die while you stay. Yeah. And I don't want to continue to watch death, and I can't partake.
Yeah. You gotta think about it. You're gonna outlive your kids.
Yeah, I'll have to bury my children, right?
Well, I think it would be just I live in like my family because I don't want kids. So I feel like I want to live life how I want to live life, and I hate to be like that, but I just don't want to have to
You're
have
gonna
kids.
outlive your nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
That's what I gotta do. But I just want to be somebody that everybody can always come to for advice, for like just a thought. You need somebody to talk to, and I feel like that's where I would take that. I feel like a lot of people that's here, that's just old, just being here in this world, it's just like they just sitting here with so much knowledge, or not
But
enough.
if you was that old, people be visiting you like the Wizard of Oz.
That's fine.
But not even-
that's my favorite movie of all time. Cannot lie to you.
but
That's
not
my favorite movie.
not even that though. I think is
I love
it's
Like visiting Mother Teresa.
it's power and death, right? So like, let's take Tupac for example. One of his famous quotes is, "I won't change the life, but I'll spark the mind that will." Right? But if he hadn't died, that quote wouldn't have as much weight as it does, right? So like, some people need to die for things to change.
Some people.
Like Martin Luther King, rest his soul, needed to be assassinated for people to say, "Okay, things need to shift." Right? So sometimes death is the fix. But
Sometimes, but I feel like at the same time, it's like there's not enough people here on Earth doing enough. Like people aren't doing anything. I was watching y'all podcast talking about basically like who do you like women who you go talk to. I was really thinking about that. Oh no, I know we're not talking about that today.
Oh, from last one.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was like, men have old heads or OGs to go talk to,
I
and women don't have OGs.
And we don't. Yeah, we don't. And like I do, but
So you trying to be the OG?
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I really do. Like feel like
my
that.
niece need people like you.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
for
like
real.
you don't have a lot of like I'm oldest 5 kids, so like I'm the big sister.
Oh shit!
So
I got
I'm
6.
man, yeah. So I'm just like I want like if no one can come to you like to talk like if we what's
that's
the
why
point
you
of us
don't
being
want
friends?
kids.
Huh?
That's
Of
why you don't
course.
want kids. You
My little
raised them
sister's
already.
7, so
You got
I'm like,
kids.
yes,
You got kids.
yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
But it's like if I can't talk to you like you real good at talking like if I couldn't come to you and be like you just put so much information on me the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like you always helpful, but like I can come to you like you OG to me. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be like that, but it's
But she not the community OG. What we was talking about, like an OG is not somebody you necessarily like.
But I mean, she could be though. Like I mean,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Cause you got way more than me.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But we was talking about like your stylist. Like, can you talk to like we talk to our barber?
I do.
So-
No, cause we like.
Nah,
yeah,
not
like,
really.
I talk
Because
to her
females
deeply.
be conniving.
And
Yeah,
that's-
but see, that's the thing about it too.
And-
Like
and
a lot
I
of girls
hate
be going to
that.
those.
You'll try to get so cool with them, and as soon as y'all have a
it's like-
disagreement, they take that and use it against you.
Which is weird because men don't do that at all.
It's
It's not a thing that we do.
Dude, so many people owe me money. I still have.
But
no
see,
problem.
like dudes
I
be
really
having a
hate
lot of.
that.
Yeah.
Women, we really, I don't know. I just feel like in this generation we really need to get along. Like it's so crazy.
I think it's the principle. People don't understand the principles.
Yeah.
Forgot my door.
Yeah, we never got to.
Yeah, so you told my door, so I shouldn't have told you before this. But it was one,
Okay.
and it was the same reason because I don't want to see everybody die.
The
You already know
sensible.
why I don't. So cool. But to be honest, death is the celebration of life. But
Yeah.
see, I need to stop telling my stuff before the podcast. But honestly, I think that if I would live longer, I'd be able to help more people, like she said. But I also believe that being the youngest, I'm the youngest. I've already gotten a chance to do what that does, which is if you can go back in time, or if you could get younger, you're thinking that you can undo some of the things that you regret. Because I had older siblings, parents, and everything, I could see their regret and be like, "Whoop, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
Same with me.
Ooh, that happened to you. Don't do yeah." So like,
Yeah.
and then still they my OGs still. So I'm like, oh, I don't. Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. Ooh, oh, do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Oh, real estate is good. Do that.
Do that,
You
yeah.
know, like, so yeah. I think I've repped the privileges of the door 2 already, so I'd have to pick door 1. But that's gonna suck being a little baby. Going back to Benjamin, I don't know if y'all
That's
watch
why
Benjamin
that's a good
Button.
movie.
You
That's a
become
real good
vulnerable
movie.
all over again,
Yeah.
having to depend on somebody to
You know that's hard as a man to be
depend on somebody to
vulnerable.
take care of you.
No, but that's important because men
it
aren't
goes
vulnerable.
both the
That's
same
important
way.
to go through that part and go to the other side.
It's the same thing.
No, if somebody was wiping my
But think
ass,
about
man.
but think about this. Who gonna take care of the kids? And you know what I'm
First of
talking
all,
about. Take
I
care
tell
of the kids.
you all the time, stop going outside the parameters of my
All right,
question.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, okay. Because I was saying we can go into that wormhole. We
I
can talk
walked
about
through the
it.
door and I saw another door. I was just trying to figure out.
Close
what
that door. All right, so we'll go to the main topic for the night.
She was like, "What? Door 3."
No, for real. It was another door.
I saw doors.
He gonna
but,
take.
Let me see what's in
If
this
y'all
door.
interrupt him one more time, he gonna take an A from y'all Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking
He
letters.
gonna start taking.
You're gonna have 2 A's.
Oh my God.
All right, so tonight we're talking about relationships, but we're talking about deal breakers, right? 2023, dating is a lot different than it was maybe like 10 years ago, with social media and what we perceive to be value, right? So we're gonna talk about what we expect from a relationship and what we expect from the opposite sex versus what a deal breaker is. If that person brings that into my life, they're dead at the door. Facts, right? So, having women on this panel was great because I get a woman's perspective instead of speaking for a woman, right? Which I like to do. I'd rather hear y'all and I don't have to speak for you. So, in 2023, what are like green flags? Like, what are we looking for in men?
I'm looking for someone that has a very, very, very strong relationship with God. I'm looking for a very spiritual driven man that knows how important it is to cover your wife and your kids and be able to pray for us.
I already feel like I know where this is going.
I love
That was great.
We about to start identifying traits of Trent and by accident.
All right, Miss Tennis.
You just
Me too.
blew my mind.
I like that one.
Because your face glue. So, like, what you got?
Okay, because I was already ready to talk about deal breakers, but we want to talk
Wait,
about.
she
ready.
Wait. So we don't want to start with the negative. We want to end with the negative. Because you ready to shoot.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about green flags first.
Okay, let me start off by saying, let me help myself before I, because I'm really finna tear myself up when I tell y'all my deal breaker. But basically, to somebody that's just on their stuff, like whatever you got going on, that you're fully invested in, you like just everything, you're surrounding yourself with positive energy, that you're really like putting 100%. Yes, 100%. Yes.
That's not. 10, is that a real number?
Yes, for me. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 100%.
Okay.
100.
I don't think that's logical. Oh,
no.
Keep going.
Exactly. Okay.
100%, 100.
Yeah. Okay. That part.
I don't.
But I just feel like you need to put 100% into everything that you're doing, because I feel like if you have kids, I need you to take care of your kids. If you have a job, I need you to take care of your job. If you have a dream, put your energy into your dream. Because if you come over here to me and I'm putting all my time, my energy into myself, my dreams, and then I'm giving you, I'm supporting you, because I'm a supporter. Like I'm your teammate. We need to win. So if you winning, I'm winning, and if you're winning, I'm winning. So it's like
I 100% agree with you.
Some of that.
But
don't butter. Let them all
Okay.
let the women speak. Don't butt nobody. Let them finish.
But no,
I'm just gonna say 20%.
hey,
Miss C, what are your green flags?
You immediately pick.
You was rubbing your thighs,
Yeah, 'cause you was
I feel
like-
like you was ready.
I don't want to go to you
This
last,
is
and then you ask me what
comfort,
the
you
question
know?
was again.
I thought you had a memory
You gotta
come
rub
up.
yourself sometimes. It's comfortable. I think overall, I just want to be treated like a human being. Like society already puts these gender roles on us, men
Can I
and
ask you a
women.
question about that? Do you believe in gender roles?
Not fully.
Like
Okay.
marital gender roles?
No,
or just
I'm
like
just saying gender roles in
gender?
general.
I don't. Not
Okay,
fully.
so we'll get back to that. Let's go.
Okay. But I'm aware that men and women are required to show up differently in the world. We didn't make the rules, unfortunately, because it would be different if we did. But
Wait, what do you mean we?
We did make
we
the
didn't make it.
Oh, like us as a whole?
us.
Yeah.
Okay, I
We were
thought
just
you meant like
born into
women
this.
in general.
We were
Okay.
taught this. But I just really just want to be
Treat like a human.
treated like a human being instead of looked at, oh, you're the woman and I'm the man. It's like, no.
Like property.
Like,
But
I have
See,
feelings.
this gonna go left.
I have dreams.
Oh, you want to be Oprah? Because Oprah is a human. Nobody look at her and be like,
Gee.
Oprah bad.
What part of let them,
He
He
can't help
funny
it.
as
He can't help it.
He's funny as hell.
lady? I mean, yes.
Okay, so for me, green flags for me would be leadership and loyalty. And I say that because nowadays in this society that we live in, a lot of men, they don't know how to be leaders. They follow rappers. I'm saying a lot of men
I'm
in this
working with you.
generation,
I agree with you.
not all the men.
I ain't gonna talk. I'm gonna
They
let you
look to
walk it off.
rappers as role models, and you got to be a leader. Like somebody got to stand out, And I say loyalty because loyalty to me is more important than love. You can love me and still not be loyal to me. But if you're loyal to me, you're gonna love me. You're gonna respect me. You're gonna do all that if you're loyal to me. So those are green flags for me.
I'm taking notes in my head. What to
Ghostface
go?
killer.
What to go back to? So, Miss Deja.
I would say one green flag for me is aware of yourself. If you know you're like this, tell me. Communication is another one. Communicate with me. Let me know. Don't you know how men y'all give this hot and cold energy? If you like me, tell me. You're gonna give me this hot and cold energy, and you're gonna be like,
You want man?
Wait, G.
tell me, communicate.
He
I
done
like
interrupted
you.
every
I like
single
you more than a
person.
friend.
He can't help it.
Be aware of yourself. If you know you are like this, let me know.
Right.
That's not hard.
Okay.
You don't make me
So before
Transparency.
before
More
he started
transparency.
I'm trying to tell you.
rambling.
You said talk.
Right.
Communicate.
Before I like
Yeah.
discuss everything you guys had to say, because I want to discuss what each one of you had to say. Is there any questions you want to ask? Because you have men here.
Yeah. What's y'all's deal breakers? I'm so.
Oh, you just went straight
she
to
wanted
that.
the deal breaker.
Or like,
She wanted the deal breaker.
We were still talking about the green
flag.
light,
we
though.
still on the happy place.
Oh, what's the red? I mean the green
What
flag.
do you consider as an ideal?
green
What do you
on.
consider as an ideal wife? Like, you know, because
Yeah.
most men, they go in life and you have to have in your mind somebody that you want to be married to, as you see as a wife. So what is your ideal thing for a wife?
So, unlike Miss C, which I respected her answer, I do believe in gender roles, right?
Right.
I also believe that what she said, part of it isn't by anything we made. Like it was pre-designed, right? So I think that sometimes women, it's not on purpose, and I'm not being sexist, by the way. I don't think they know how hard it is to be a man. I know that may be very difficult to be a woman. I'm not taking anything from women, right? But I think sometimes women forget how difficult it is to be a man, right?
Very hard to be a man. I can
like,
definitely agree.
You're expecting me to not only to provide, you're expecting me to protect. That means give my life if I have to.
Right.
But also my life is in jeopardy every time I leave the house because I'm a man and I'm black. So I might not make it home,
is
right?
answer, okay.
Right? So I'm at a heightened sensitivity every day because I have to make sure I use this example quite often. If I'm married, right? And me and you, let's say me and you are married, right? We have kids, we have a beautiful home, we have cars, and tomorrow we lose everything, right?
Right.
And then we have to go to a homeless shelter. That we're gonna let you come in, and also the kids, because they allow kids and women.
But they're not gonna let you
They're
come
not
in
gonna let me
because
in,
you're a
right?
black man.
And then your family and your friends, and my family and my friends are not gonna ask what we didn't do right. They're gonna ask what I didn't do right.
Right.
Because it's my house. So whether we lose or we win, it's my fault.
That is very true.
Because you do play the big
Right, so
role.
because I'm the leader. It's
Right.
God, me, then my family, right? He speaks to me, I speak to them, and then we delegate, right? So if I'm looking for a woman, I'm looking for a woman who understands that submissive doesn't mean slave,
Right.
right?
Right.
People hear that
Submissive
word and
means
automatically
supportive.
think
Submissive means playing your role.
Right.
it means
as a woman.
be there when I
Support,
need
yeah.
be there when I need it. You're my support. You're my helpmate. That means I might not ask for it, but when I do ask for it, be ready to assist when I need it.
Right.
Like I think most people get married, I would hope, with different we're not the same. So what you're great
Opposites.
at, I'm not great at. So you're able to pick up the slack where I fail, and I'm able to do the things you can't do, and because of that, you come in whole, I become in whole. We now like yoke and we match,
Balanced.
right? But also a woman who's okay with being led, because some women want a leader but not okay with being led.
Exactly.
They've been so independent and raising their children and all of that on their own. It's hard for them to relinquish. Like
It is.
you know what I'm saying, that leadership role, because they've been having to do it themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of women want leaders but won't let a man who can lead.
But see, the
lead
thing
them.
is, they gotta understand, like, you're as a woman, you can still be a leader, but you're gonna be a leader in your own lane.
Well,
You
I
can be a
was-
leader in your own
I-
lane.
no, I feel like
that
it's-
doesn't work because there can only be one leader. They can only for example, let's say we're in war, right? That one general is leading 20,000 men. They're not leaders in them 20,000 men. There's only one general. That one general commands 20,000 men to do the exact same thing at the exact same time. There cannot be more than one leader or the job won't get done. I need to lead
Right.
and you need to follow. And then also, this is the biggest part, I think, is respecting whatever the leadership is, right? Because even if you don't agree with it, understand that a man's intent is never to hurt the person he loves. So even if you don't understand it, understand that he's already thought about the 10 possibilities that may happen.
Right.
So respect it even if you don't like it. Still follow.
Compromise.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a quick question.
I'm here.
So, what about when a woman is put in a position where I do allow you to lead, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you put us in a hole. Maybe I have told you, babe, I don't think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So I told the young lady last week, let's say you're married 15, 20 years. There are going to be at least 2 or 3 times in that 15 to 20 years where he fails,
Right.
right? He can't win every time,
Of course.
right? And sometimes it's not that he doesn't trust your judgment or think that your idea is good, but he understands that if we lose, is because of me.
yeah.
So sometimes that supersedes what your better idea is, but also still respect him if he loses and don't
course.
think differently of him because now you've had to step into the role where you're 60 and he's the 40 or you're 70 and he's the 30.
I think,
And that's where
when
your role
I-
come in as a
I
woman.
agree
When
with
you
that.
do fail, you
That
step
was
in
a
like, I know we
great
failed, but let's fix
answer.
this together.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think when I said I just overall want to be treated like a human, like I said, I'm aware we're required to show up differently, not taking that away. I just feel like when I'm at home and it's me and my man behind closed doors, I'm a human first. That's what comes first. Let's talk about things. Or like you said, if you did fail, okay, let's fix it. You know, if I am giving you an idea of mine, consider it.
But he can do that and be a leader.
Of course.
But
that's
also
what
he
I'm
can
saying.
he can consider it and still not do it.
She's
Like,
saying she wants to be
and
heard.
I
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
be
yeah. That's
heard.
what you're
It
saying.
doesn't
Yeah, I got it.
Don't
I
try to
understood it the first time
overpower
she said
me.
it.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing about overpowering. I think a leader also is really good at hearing you and then explaining to you, even if he hears you, why we're going to do something different.
I think a good analogy is like everybody who's been on a plane knows that there's a pilot and a co-pilot. There's
Right.
not two pilots. There's never two pilots. There's a pilot and a co-pilot. If the ship goes down, whose fault is it? It's the pilot. Right? When on lunch break, right? Okay, now the co-pilot's there. So your husband goes to work, the kids are at home, or the house is there, there's a fire. If he's not there, you become the leader.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
That's I think what
see
she
right
was saying is that being a leader on her own lane. But I want you to understand the better analogy of the general, because I have to kind of disagree. There are multiple generals, there's all multiple leaders. We're gonna get like there, but so it kind of breaks your analogy. But if we do it like this, there's one general, and then there's a whole bunch of captives.
Captains.
Right.
There you go.
So I give you some room, and I delegate something to you.
Right.
And then I trust that you're going to take that forth. If you're better at something than me, let's say something as simple as taxes. I'm going to do taxes because I'm the leader? Nah, let's make
I'ma
this
let you
money.
handle that.
You're going to do that. And I think we all can respect, because let's take this out of marriage, right? There's going to be roles regardless, whether there's gender roles, whatever. Your science project in high school, the smart kid, what role was there in that project? They supplied the information, they gathered that information. Somebody who was the good talker was the one that actually
Did the
spoke it.
presentation.
That was me.
Somebody who can draw really good,
Yeah.
get the drawing
And then they
coloring.
had the slacker in the back, and that's your kids.
I did the whole thing by myself.
You know?
is
So if the world started over again, there would still be roles. They might not be exactly like our gender roles, but roles would exist. We are physically stronger, so we would have to pick up things. If there were two men in a room, the stronger one would pick up the thing that's just how it happened organically. It wasn't something like, you're weaker, so you're gonna tie my shoes. No, it wasn't like that. It was, man, I gotta go kill this wolf because it keeps on killing our kids. We
I'm
gonna
finna go kill this wolf.
We gonna send the woman that's birthing the kids? No,
No, I'm
women
finna
are
go-
the most protected part of our society
finna
for
go
a reason.
kill this
Because literally, without you, there can be no more people.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a reason for those roles. It's to protect the family unit. That's why.
I get it now. It's like you went deep in it, and now I get it. I understand it now a little more.
Well, as long as
What she said.
we leave away with understanding, that is fantastic.
Yeah,
I think people have used it overboard, so it's like it hurts a lot.
It's
So
sensitive because so many other podcasts and other people make it
make
like,
it
make
I
it
feel
so
like
evil.
society make things seem so bad when it comes to women. Like they try to make it seem like a job as a woman is so bad, and there's nothing wrong with being a woman and playing your role. I have this brand that is called PYP, and it's called Play Your Position. Everybody has a position that needs to be played. So regardless of how society views it or how that person views it, if that's your position, you have to play it. And play it the best way you can play it until your position changes.
And also know your position is very valuable.
Yeah.
Right.
Though you might not see it, it's very. So I know a lot of women. I'm not saying anybody in this room, but I know a lot of women get a lot of slack for being a stay-at-home mom, right? But that job is very important,
Very
right?
important.
It's very crucial.
Very important.
If a man is going,
I had to do it for 2 months.
time
It's
out.
hard.
If you're doing it correctly, right? If you're doing it correctly, but if a man is going to work and when he comes home, there's food, there's peace, there's calm, there's the kids are in bed. Like that's a so value
Right.
to
But
the
you
relationship.
also have to give that woman that time off, like time to like breathe too, because you can't have her sitting at home like doing everything. Because you got to think about it. If she's at home being a stay-at-home mom, she take care of the kids, she take care of the house, she take care of food. You know, she's dropping kids off, making sure they go in point A, point B, making sure it's groceries in the house, making sure it's supplies in the house. But you also have to give them time to so they're not always running errands. They're not always.
Well, be my piece goes both ways.
Yeah, be your
just
pieces both ways, but also I tell women all the time who choose that role, understand that nobody forced you into that role.
Nobody forced
That's
you.
a role you chose, and I tell women all the time that role is not a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
It's like a 25/8. Like
Yeah.
it's
Make sure when you
all day, every day.
Yeah.
So accepting it, know what comes with it. So you'll get those breaks, but it's not gonna be a lot.
It's not a lot, but my deal is don't come home and just make your wife just this is so good, babe.
Cause
Yeah, that
she gonna have her
that's nice
days
too.
where
But
she
hey, babe,
don't
shoot,
feel like doing
tomorrow,
nothing. She
shoot,
just-
don't worry about cooking. I'm gonna bring home this tomorrow, or
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Make sure it's
Yeah,
always
that's
That's why I say for
working as a
women,
team.
when you choose to be in those roles, make sure you're in a correct relationship with the correct man, because I feel like a lot of women put themselves in that role and be dealing with a man that don't deserve that.
And then like
But-
you be pushing
but
that.
also
you gotta make sure you're ready.
But
Yeah.
not
At
even.
the end of the day,
Knowing your worth as a woman,
not even that. Understand what the role, because a lot of things happen badly because we didn't talk,
yeah,
Exactly.
communication.
That's what-
right?
Have
So I
communication.
expected something from you versus what you expected to do. So my expectation may not equate with what you thought the job required, right? So we need to really talk about what I require and what you think the job requires, so that we're on the same page.
I've honestly played both roles. I played the stay-at-home mom, and I played the role I've got up and went to work. But it's when you're in a relationship and you make that commitment, sometimes you have to make that sacrifice as well. And I feel like sometimes, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a sexist. I feel like sometimes women become selfish and they think
that's true.
women
I
can be
agree.
very
I
selfish.
agree.
You know, like sometimes you have to sacrifice. If you're expecting him to sacrifice a lot for you, you got to sacrifice some things too. Like
that's
sometimes
not
stuff is gonna be
themselves.
rocky. It's gonna be hard. So you gotta fight through that until it gets better. You know, that's why I say PYP play your position.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. I agree with that.
Like 100% don't look like 100% every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
not.
it's
It's not gonna be
Like I
perfect.
said, sometimes
it's not.
sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 70-30.
And to be
But
honest,
as long as we
being a stay-at-home
100%.
mom, I like
Yeah.
that way better than going to
Girl,
work.
okay.
Like
I loved it way
like
better than
I
going to
I
work.
like it.
I watched like people put Barack Obama at like high level, right? But Michelle talks about all the time that it was times that it was 70-30 and she was a 70.
Right.
It was 60-40 and she was the 60.
She was the breadwinner.
Yeah.
She was a breadwinner. She saw what was in him, so she was paying the bill. She was what got him to be the president. So sometimes, like, see what's in a person versus what they're able to do in a
How was she
That's
able
why
to
I
do
say
that?
Communication.
Support.
Support.
Absolutely.
You gotta have a foundation.
Wants
That's-
a Michelle.
That's every
every man.
last one of us. Just support me, baby.
Dick and supporter.
Even if you don't like it, support me.
Jesus.
All right. So now we get to your favorite part. The deal breakers.
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like this part.
Dun, 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 dun.
And
Take a
she's
shot for this one.
and
The
she's
weekly deal breaker.
and she's
the deal
ready.
With Tennessee.
I want to know her deal breaker. Please let her go first.
So Miss Tennessee.
Okay.
If he like the color green.
Okay. But okay,
No,
so like I
hell no.
said, I don't want kids.
Right.
So
Oh,
and this is
shit.
really
I
what's
know what
hitting-
your deal breaker
This is
is.
really what's hitting me.
If he got
But
kids.
listen.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna
God
say this:
damn.
kids is a deal breaker for me. But
Fuck.
I grew up,
The
you know, to a
disrespect.
point where I want to give people a chance. Cause like, okay, if I don't want kids myself, I don't want to have any kids. What's stopping me from, like, you know, falling in love with you and what you got, you know, basically just truly fall in love with you and then fall in love with what you got going on and actually being like, you know, somebody for your. I could do that. I really could. But my deal is, if you're not telling me nothing, like we're not talking about it, like what you got going on, like as an adult, like I need to know what's going on with you and your situation because
Right.
I don't want to sit here and be like, okay, you have a kid, cool, but you still got this going on with
You're
your
not gonna
mama.
be. You don't want
And-
kids, so that's never gonna be cool.
But I mean, I'm
Stick
an
to your
adult. I can
preference.
get around with
No,
anyone,
stick
but-
to your preference.
Stick
to your
If you
preference.
don't want
If
kids,
you
don't
said no
date
kids,
kids.
you don't want a man with
But my deal
kids,
is,
stick to that.
What if that?
Because you're not gonna
person-
treat them the
what
way
if-
they need to be treated.
That,
Because you don't want them.
You'll be
Oh, I'm
contradicting
absolutely. But
yourself a
I
lot.
work with kids and everything.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
did it
saying.
for 12 years.
But I'm
Fuck them
saying, like,
motherfuckers.
what if
Look,
that
you don't
person?
want
What
them,
if that
you
man
don't want
is
them.
my man?
Listen.
he shouldn't be your man.
Why not?
Because he got kids and you don't want
So if
them.
he had a kid, but see, that's what's the issue. See,
But that's
she
not,
come
that
at
means it's
me.
not a deal breaker.
But it's a deal. But
It can be.
It can be.
It
So
can
maybe
be.
The
so
deal wasn't
but
broken.
it is.
Yeah,
But I'm
ain't
trying
shit
not to.
broke.
But it's a deal breaker for me. But
Nope.
I'm trying to.
Not broken.
It's broken. It's broken.
Nah.
It's not
Nope,
happening.
it's
not
not
a red flag.
We're moving to
It's a-
Sosa. We're moving to Sosa. It's not broken.
You can move on.
It's
It's a red
open.
flag.
Stick
It's
to
a
your
red
preference
flag.
though,
It
because
is.
it is the
Yes.
lot that come
It's
with a
a deal
man that
breaker,
has
'cause-
kids. And if you wasn't okay with it in the beginning,
Yes.
when
You
that
ain't
shit
gonna
get
ever be
hard,
okay with it.
when it
It's a
get
deal
hard, you
breaker.
gonna be like, I should have stuck to my
You know what
first
come with a
mind.
man
I should have
with
said what I
kids?
was gonna say.
More kids.
Yeah, he definitely won't.
He gonna make more.
He
Exactly.
won't more.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
There are men out here with no
want no more.
kids.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
but-
All right.
You gonna have one more.
No, bullshit.
Unless you.
Sosa, what's your deal breakers?
I feel like my deal breaker would definitely be.
You can have more than one.
Yeah, so my first one would be a guy with multiple baby mamas.
Oh, I was just gonna say, girl,
So you can only have one.
Please.
I would prefer
You have one baby mama.
I think that's a deal breaker for
I would
everybody.
like for him to have
She's
a baby
stupid,
mama.
bro.
I would like for him to have a baby mother.
Wait,
You want him to have a baby mother. So
I mean-
if he's motherless or
I mean, no,
whatever that
so,
is.
No, she's saying,
So I'm just
I would
saying,
accept
like, if
one.
you, yeah.
Okay.
So if you have no kids, a kid, or if you have one baby mama with 4 kids, that's fine.
But when they get to 2,
But honestly, those
2,
are the
3,
worst
4.
because if he got one kid and
Wait,
he
what's
got
the limit is 2?
I really prefer
I just wanna know
just
what the limit is.
one baby mama.
but it's
But
a soft open.
But
for
you
the
a
2.
squeeze for 2, maybe.
You 2.
No.
He taking good care of him. The second one only got 1.
All right.
No.
I'm
when a
good with
dude
it.
got one baby mama and
And
they
it was
got 4 kids
miscarriage.
together, it's still history there. They're
agree
gonna
with
most
that.
likely get back together.
Yes.
Versus a man that got
What?
multiple baby mamas.
Yeah.
And he was loosely around here, popping, popping.
No,
And now he found the right one. who
What's the
was
definition of together? Physically together, yes. But in a relationship, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I speak,
literally.
so
One
basically
mic,
when I say,
one mic.
so basically when I say one baby mother, I speak in terms of dealing with all these different personalities. I'm not speaking as far as their history. You know, I was married for 10 years. My daughter is
I got
17.
questions.
Her dad has 5 kids.
I have questions.
We all do.
My daughter's the oldest. He has 5 kids.
Whoa, how many
So-
are yours?
My daughter.
Oh, keep going.
Is it future?
So he has 3 baby mothers now
Sorry.
Hey,
and
yo.
5 kids.
Yo.
So there's a lot of reasons why I don't want to deal with a guy with multiple baby mamas.
Right.
And that's my own preference. And
gets
I'm
messy.
Yeah.
Shout out
and
to
so
Young
so that's my preference.
Young
And I
Thug.
have a daughter and I want to be married and I do want someone you know, me and my husband to have a son or a daughter and I want somebody that's going to value that. And I feel
Yeah.
like when you have all these different children, all these different baby mamas, I don't
I
feel like
definitely got
you're going to
questions.
really take it serious, you know?
Right.
Definitely got questions. Because, and I could be wrong, maybe I misheard it, but it sounds like what your deal break is also what you're asking for? Because then you're saying, I don't want somebody who has baby
But
mothers
you're a
if I
baby
can pick,
mother.
but you're willing to take, but you want somebody else to be able to take you and your daughter and then have more kids.
Right. So either no kids or one baby mama.
Oh yeah, these
my
deal breakers
question,
are like
this is my question. Before
The
you had
line.
the child, was your deal breaker no kids? And because you had the child, now you're allowing one?
So I never had any
It's the
preference in
divorce.
regards. No, I never had any preference in regards to kids. I had my daughter so young.
Oh, I definitely have.
So
preferences.
I literally was only sexually active for
better
3
not have
months,
kids.
and I was pregnant. I didn't even know I was pregnant. That's how ignorant I was. I didn't know I was pregnant. I was like almost 4 months. And I literally was playing
Yeah,
around
she-
with somebody else's
yeah,
pregnancy
she
test.
wildin'.
And I took it, and it was positive. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I never had a ideal of what I wanted my life to
But
look
when
like.
you married,
Yeah, I was married from 18 to
wait, tell me, you got married at 18?
yeah. So we
so
had
many red flags.
what?
18?
That's his red flag.
So
Married at 18.
What's wrong with
My uncle and my aunties, they was married at
Okay,
18
so-
and they're still married.
okay,
They're
but-
like 60
So I was with him
absolutely
since I was 15.
fantastic?
What's wrong with that?
How old is your aunt
That's a
and your
different
uncle?
age, though.
They're
Like,
like-
that's
When were they?
It doesn't
No.
matter.
It absolutely
does.
No,
It
it
does.
absolutely does.
Definitely does.
Because the eras?
Era absolutely makes the difference.
Yes.
Break
Absolutely
that
makes
down.
a difference.
Please break that down. Please.
Okay,
'Cause I wanna know.
so in the 50s, let's say even the 60s, right? A husband could have a whole nother family across town and grandma would accept it as long as the bills were still taken care of there. Also, grandma didn't have a job. He went and worked at a steel mill, right? And she raised the entire neighborhood if she had to, right? It was she understood what it was to be traditional. Generation has absolutely everything to do with what's going on and how a woman perceives time.
And if she had a job, she was a candy lady.
Absolutely, right? Because my wife, I mean, not my wife, my grandmother comes from a time where it was segregation. And so when her man left, she had to pray for her man because people might beat him because he's black or hang him. So her perception of life and his life and what she was willing to give and accept was way different.
Yeah. For sure.
That's why I accept my mother's subtle racism, because she was born in the 50s.
Yeah. So it's like I know a guy who said he's 60. We had to talk. He doesn't say it anymore, but he used to use the F word a lot. He used to use the word faggot a lot. But he's from a time where everybody used that word. It wasn't offensive when they used it.
It wasn't even used
Generation has everything to do. Yeah. Like 20 years ago, I could say the word gay. Like if he was acting crazy, I'm like, boy, stop being gay. And nobody would take offense of it. Now if I say it on here, I might get canceled. Yeah. Generation has everything to do with the way somebody perceives life.
And the generation behind us,
so her 18 versus your uncle and aunt's 18 ain't the same 18.
Definitely not.
That's why they probably have a divorce now.
So let me ask you a question.
No disrespect.
So let me ask you a question. Are you judging her?
No, there was no judgment. I was creating parallel of why it probably didn't work because of where we're going as far as like what are deal breakers. If she had knew what her deal breakers and stuck to them before she got married, she probably would have never got married.
Right.
Okay.
But you glad you did?
What's your deal breaker?
Beautiful. And
Yeah, I love my daughter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So 15 and pregnant, had her at 16, went to the military at 18. So very situated.
Appreciate your service.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Appreciate your service,
That's why
man.
your demeanor is like. I love
That's why she got good back posture.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which is crazy because like Trent, G, all of y'all was in the service. All y'all different as hell.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your deal breakers?
Come back.
Miss C.
Y'all
They
love,
reversed it back to
they
you.
love doing this.
We need to know.
because I'm.
Y'all love doing this.
Because your perspective is very different, so I definitely want to know what your deal breakers
Yeah.
are.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I ain't gonna say
Are
that.
you?
No, he's not. He's not. He's lying. He's not telling the
Turn
truth.
my microwave.
He know how to grab it.
So you know how to do it.
Oh, I have so many. Lord.
See where that went?
I didn't want it to block her face.
If I'm going to share one, it would probably be
That's how it was gonna be.
If you share one.
right. If I have to share one,
Can I have that bottle?
You can pass the baton and we can come right back.
I'll go.
yeah, please.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was like.
My deal breaker for me is men that. How can I say this without being?
Nope, say it just how you want to
I'm
say
not.
it.
I don't want y'all to get it misconstrued.
I want to get misconstrued.
I don't like.
I'm definitely gonna get it misconstrued.
You know. So my deal breaker for me is like dudes that basically like. I'm trying to find a word.
No, just say it.
Just say the offensive
Like
word.
okay, like guys that you know when you first meet a guy and right off the bat he wants to get sexual. That's offensive to me.
Yeah.
It's like I understand that I'm a woman, I understand that I'm attractive, but that's gonna turn me off if the first thing you get to talking about is
Sex.
sex.
That's why
Like
Because you can get sex.
I'm not gonna want you no more because it's like you don't know me. So that means you meet women
No, what? G.
and you just sleep with anybody.
G.
Like I may be a man.
agree.
You know, I may be a man and you ready to
Her
get in bed
answer
with me.
is crazy, but let her finish.
You know, you like you might be. I might be a man. You just ready to get in bed with me.
You're
like,
definitely
you don't even
not a
know
man.
me.
Okay, so but what if like he didn't have no intentions of like basically continuing to be with you? You know what I'm saying? Like that was
That's
what y'all
fine.
like basically like say like you was like you had interest in him and like you pursued him or whatever, and then whenever y'all got to hanging out, like that's what he was because that's what he was on, and then like you like hold on, slow down, and like you respectfully he be like, well you tell him like you know you want to do more than that, like you know that's not, and he's like, well I just want to fuck. What you gonna say when he's like, I just want to
I'm gonna dismiss him.
Okay.
Can I?
Honesty.
Definitely gonna
I
dismiss
thank you for
him.
your honesty.
May I ask?
around that
May
type of
I
time.
ask a question? All right. So people say not you. People say dumb shit like physical doesn't matter. It's all about your personality. That's bullshit, right?
It is.
It's
That's definitely
absolute
bullshit.
right? Because I don't see personality across the room. I see this ass or these legs.
It's
and
the
this
first
face.
thing you
I-
notice.
Right, so
I
let
definitely
me-
would get in bed,
so
but it's
let me-
like that ain't
no,
what
wait,
I'm
let
on
me
when I
dive
first meet
into
you.
it. So first off, let me say this: every man, even if he marries you, I want to make this very, very clear. I don't want it to be misconstrued at all. So if you don't like what I'm going to say, that's fine, but it's
No,
true.
go ahead.
Every man, the moment he meets you,
He wants to.
he wants to fuck you.
Because men
Right?
That's
Right,
fine.
right. Look.
That's
I'm not saying
definitely
that
fine.
I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying the moment he speaks to you, how you doing? What is your name? He wants to fuck you.
I'm knowing
If
that.
at any time he has the opportunity to do those things, he's gonna partake. Right? So I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but we wired different, right? We wired. Like, you want to know what makes me me and what can we add together and make an empire.
No.
I'm worried. No, I'm saying most women.
Oh.
Right? They just want to. If you're digging a guy, it's like, what can we do to like go to the next level and build?
Right.
Like, not just it be this, but his mind is, can we do this first and then talk about building? Because if this ain't good and we build and then I get this, I'm be like, I really didn't. This was.
But
I don't mean to stop, but Trill City fucking J.
We got real responsible. How y'all doing?
I say that because like
That's Mr. He got that 40 on him,
Blow you for
and he
real.
tells people all the time, if you need something, he got $40 on. But he gonna require you to do a few things for 40.
That was like great.
Thank
Like,
you.
I feel like Patty Mayonnaise from Doug.
She
I
out
fuck with
fire. She
Yes,
does.
yeah,
She does.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
does.
Look at me, like, who's that?
Yo, straight up
You don't know-
cosplay.
You never watched Doug? It's
What's
before my
that?
time. It's before that time. Don't do it.
What's that?
All right,
Is
so
it
I mean, I
but
don't
let me
mean
tell
to-
you why I say
Nickelodeon.
that.
Yeah.
I say that because
Oh yeah.
it gotta be something about you that makes me want to have sex with you.
No,
Like,
but that's
I
just-
can't just see a nigga
No,
and be
but
like,
that's
oh,
just
he look
him,
good, I want
right?
to sex
Because-
him. You gotta be
because-
smart or
what I'm
something.
saying is-
like,
What's wrong with that? Like,
No, but it's
to
not
me,
mental. It's not mental.
me,
It's
it is.
no, but it's not on his end. What I'm saying is, some men just have better game than others.
Right.
And some men that's gonna walk up to Tennessee and be like, "Hey, baby, I just want to fuck."
and them niggas get
Right,
dismissed.
right. But both niggas want the same thing. The other nigga just playing his cards different.
Well, I
Hey,
like
how you
that.
doing? Nice to meet you, Miss Tennessee.
That's what I like about
I
him.
love Tennessee.
I'd rather-
Wait, time out. Have you ever been to Tennessee? Do you enjoy Tennessee whiskey? Let's go to the bar. Let me get you a drink. And we're going to go through the formalities,
That's
right?
clear.
What you're saying is, you don't care that he still wants the same thing. The formalities mean something to you. But they don't, right?
It's the
They
same thing.
don't mean shit. He just took longer to get to where he was going.
That's
And then
fine.
when he get there, he
And it
gonna
made
do
you
the same
feel
thing.
better about where he was going, but it shouldn't, because the motherfucker wanted the same shit.
But I just don't like it. Just like
You
when
see
they
what I'm
just
saying?
come straight off
What-
the bat
what-
with it.
what-
Like,
whether I
It's like, nigga,
no,
like-
whether I gamed you out of your
Oh,
panties,
I'm be aggressive.
yeah, whether I
Right.
get,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'ma just
yeah.
if you without me.
So you
At
not
least
wanna-
be player about
Wait,
it.
wait,
You're not
no, but it's not play about it. This
want a nigga to
Yeah.
lie to
time
you.
out, time out, time out,
No.
time out. No,
Nigga lie.
You don't
Wait.
like
So one mic.
No.
You don't like he said it.
No,
She
no,
don't
no,
like
no,
honesty.
no, no.
I did not say
No,
that.
time out. But you do want me to lie to you, right? Because
No.
everything, no. Everything, now how you doing? Let's go get a drink. All that was a facade. All of it was a lie. I don't give a fuck
I
that
wanna
she
at least have a
that she
good
like
time
Tennessee
first.
whiskey.
Like,
I don't give a fuck.
I wanna at least
I
have
don't
a
give a
good time
fuck
first.
that she like Tennessee whiskey.
You really
At the end of the
control
day, that's probably on my
situation.
mind too. But
Yeah,
I
but
just
what
want
I'm
to have
saying,
fun first.
but what I'm saying, no. But what I'm saying is, whatever way you want, whatever you want to call it, right? It was lies, right?
Right.
So you just want to be gamed or played into the position that he wanted you to be in, rather than a man being
Like
honest
I
and say, look here, baby, I find you very
Okay, well, what's
attractive.
the Broadway song, Sweet Little Lies? And how about tell me a little Sweet Little Lies?
And that's cool.
Yeah, but what about you?
So no,
Good
cool.
morning,
Wait, time out. wait. Time out. What I'm saying is,
Goddamn,
I'm,
got beautiful in the morning.
I'm okay that you want to be lied to, but here is all about accountability. I want you to say, yeah, you're right. I want to be lied to. I want to be gained a little bit. I want to be charmed a
Okay,
little bit.
yeah, I want to be game.
You know what I'm saying? Not, I want the truth, because you don't want the truth, because the truth going to have him
Let me just
dismissed.
ask you one
Give me
quick
a
question
smooth
too.
talker. Let's move.
Are all these men you meet in
Oh,
the same
shit.
location?
So,
all of them in the club.
so when he
and
get to
everything,
talking, right?
So you talking about every man, grocery store, park,
See where it go?
elevator.
You see what
Like,
happens when I let him
I
talk?
just wanna fuck. Like they all coming at you like that.
No, I really never just really
they
had a
should be.
dude that come at me like that.
Okay, then how is that a red
I want to
flag?
spend time with you.
Because I've seen dudes, like I be around a lot of dudes a lot, and
Nope.
I've seen a lot of
Nope.
dudes.
Never,
He
yeah,
like
never,
that, like,
never,
no.
capacity.
Okay,
he might be
so
around dudes,
so
you know what I'm
I'm gonna move to.
And I had friends that did in situations like that, and I would be like, ugh, no,
I'm
hell
gonna
no.
move to-
He would
Missy-
be the type of nigga that'd get curved.
Miss Sierra or Miss C, were you able to? You have your answer now because at first you was like, "Come back to."
I can come up with one real quick.
All right, we're here for it, and I'm on this liquor, so I'm listening.
And I'm a
I can tell there's been a shift in your energy.
Oh,
You feel
well,
it. It's not bad.
I keep
could
the
just
same
tell.
energy. My tone may get a little louder, but the
Yeah, I
energy
could just
stays
tell
the
you're
same.
comfortable, you're relaxed, and the drink got to you. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I don't drink.
Well, first off,
You already
know me.
hype. You know,
yeah. You don't need any alcohol.
No, I get sleepy.
I get sleepy.
You want me
too,
to
I
shut
get
up?
that.
Get me to drink.
All right.
Oh, you don't need nothing.
All right, Miss C. What are your red flags? What are your take off the tables? He better not bring this to me. She laughed. This would be disrespectful.
I know it is.
I don't think it's disrespectful. Someone that doesn't have a plan or any type of road you're going down. Nothing. You're just kind of here.
Living on the edge.
Yeah.
Sound like them kind.
I
can respect
don't.
that answer.
I don't like that. I've dated someone like that. It was horrible. Like,
agree.
do you know how annoying it is to come home and you've been working all day
And the nigga just
and he on
playing
the
the game.
game?
That's a deal breaker for me
You
too.
know how wonderful it is
Okay.
to come home
Wait a minute.
and you don't gotta go to work.
Oh
Don't do
shit.
that. Don't do
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Manipulative.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you discounting her answer.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did.
I'm purposely trying to get on your nerves. I'm
Don't
sorry.
do it.
Oh my god.
Stop listening to
Don't pay
him.
him no
I'm
mind.
trying to be a bad guy.
Okay, this motherfucker, man. This is why we people don't come
Trill City
back
wasn't here
Has
to be a
somebody ever
bad
cussed him
guy.
out?
all the time.
Oh my god.
Cuss too out.
I'm talking about on the podcast because he's funny as hell.
So-
no, for real. He's funny as hell.
Oh my god.
Check out my stand-up special.
So I got, or I guess now we can talk and say what our take off the table.
No, because she didn't go.
No, she did, but she can go again.
What's your deal
and
breaker?
then I want to hit back.
She didn't say she didn't go.
She
She
said
said
she
skip
agreed.
her.
She said she agreed with everything you said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, cool.
So you want to be lied to?
Makeup.
I'm gonna do it because I want you to. I don't
You
want to.
can't agree with what she said.
Yeah, I like it. I want you to go ahead and
said,
waste the
I
energy
mean,
because
at
I'm
the
not
end of the
I don't
day.
want to waste no time. Like,
And I'm always
I like
finessing.
that
I'm the
smooth, like,
aggressor.
I like that smooth man.
Smooth.
I know you telling me because I am too,
Cut
baby.
like
But we
that.
gonna. It's just like.
Let's
oh,
vibe
okay,
first.
Yeah, like, but it'll be.
See,
a vibe in the middle.
but
I already know.
Because I'm gonna be honest. If your
I
vibe ain't
already
right,
know.
So you
my-
okay with being, what he said, being game?
Because I'm gonna game to you like I'm slicker than you. A woman is slicker than a woman.
Bullshit.
You not.
It is
let me
because
No.
it is.
That's not true. I know
if
women.
the
think
vibe
that.
ain't right,
I like
I'm a
a
pass
natural,
on you.
smooth
Like if the
man.
vibe ain't right, I'm a pass.
Natural
The
smooth.
only people that
Natural
do-
and smooth.
The
Okay.
vibe
All right, so
right.
really back in. Instead of asking her questions,
me like
how about
it
you
is.
just tell me your take off the table is your
Your
deal
deal
breakers.
breaker.
Oh, I didn't say my good points. Shit.
I don't care about your deal points. I want to hear your deal breakers.
my God.
the way you've been harassing these women, I
Yes,
just
I
want to hear
gotta know what your
breakers.
deal breaker is.
I'm sorry. I
Because
was
I'm
just trying
telling
to pull
you.
something out of her. So
No, what's your deal breaker?
Smoking, that's easy.
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, because I can't breathe.
Ugh, I hate that.
Agree.
That's
I hate
Agree. I hate cigarettes.
Square.
Especially if you mix it with the ganja, it burn my nose.
Black
Wait, can you
Wait.
Can you don't give me specifics, just give me like bullet points.
Okay. I told you each of the.
So weed, cigarettes.
No, weed is
Blacks.
okay. When you mix it with tobacco, that's when
Okay.
it burns.
What about
So,
black?
so you don't want a blunt being rolled. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Basically, the Jamaican.
What about the juice
There you
bar?
go.
Um,
Jamaican.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I like Jamaican stuff.
I'm Caribbean. It's crazy.
Oh, for real? If you can't cook and then you talk about my cooking, because I don't mind if you can't cook, but don't talk about my cooking.
Hey, yo, what kind of shit you on?
If you know I be going through shit.
That's not a real deal breaker.
Yo,
That's my newest deal breaker.
That's not a real deal breaker.
so we're moving on from G.
This definitely gonna move on.
Because he on some personal shit. You know I'm hurt. He on some
He
personal
said if you
shit.
can't cook, don't talk about my
Don't
shit.
talk about that shit.
No,
It's okay though.
check the episode from January. I heard.
Hey, so a reminder, check on your people. We'll talk after. I don't know what the fuck you got going. Okay, so
We'll talk about my lasagna.
Oh no.
that was specific. Okay,
That's easy.
That's real easy.
I'm sorry. No,
stop,
I'm just playing.
stop riling him up.
I mean, guys.
So, my deal breakers, I don't want a woman who doesn't have any vision, but I also want a woman who believes in my vision. So, if she can't see it, then we probably don't need to be together. Because if you can't see the same ending that I see, then we probably not going to end together, right?
Yeah, right.
Visions make bands.
Also, I don't care if a woman works. I want women to understand. Y'all probably do because y'all seem to be very smart women. A man doesn't give a fuck about how much you make.
Right.
All right, we don't give a fuck.
A real man?
No, a real man.
A real man.
A real man can care.
don't.
A
They
real
don't
care
care.
can
A real
care.
man?
And I say that because
No, we don't do that.
well, I wouldn't even say
You can be working
real.
part-time.
But
Yeah.
time out. So let me not say real because
I don't like the real.
that's different between who's saying it, right? So there's like perspective.
Men.
But what I'm saying, men in general, men for the most part, don't give a fuck about what you make. You know why? Because like at the end of the day, my money is our money, your money is probably your money anyway. So like I don't give a fuck what you make. And then the amount of money you make doesn't do anything for me.
Different.
Right? It doesn't enhance my life because whether you stay or you don't, like I still have the same bills. Like your money didn't help, and like it doesn't arouse me that you make $20,000 like a day. Like that shit don't do shit for me.
A day?
A day, it doesn't, right? And let me tell you why. And then that's why you'll see so many women be like, well, why he with her? Well, because she brought him peace.
Right.
She might not be the prettiest looking thing, or she might not have no money, but the peace that she allowed him to have and the things that she picked up the slack where he wouldn't have to do meant way more than her going to a 9 to 5 every day. That money probably paid the cable bill, but it didn't take care of anything else in the house.
You go in a 9 to 5 and it's stressing you out, and you bring that back home.
Yeah, so
I
like,
get a second job.
and my thing is, I don't care. I'm not
I
like
don't know, man.
I'm not like
politician.
I'm not like genderizing because if she wants a career, that's fine.
Right.
I just want her to understand that her career means nothing to me. Right?
I
But you
love
still gonna
that.
support her.
Like I'll support her, but I need her to know like whether it doesn't do anything for me personally. This is just some shit you decide that you want. When really, if you quit and you allow us to like focus on this, we'll probably be happier.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, I like that.
We'll probably be happier.
That's
So I
compromise.
want a woman who's
Yeah.
willing to compromise, but also willing to understand the goal and the dream, and understand that what she thinks are important to a man probably aren't.
But like,
It's in
okay, so
a,
since you said
a
that,
podcast that we're
like,
talking
if you
about
quit
that.
this, like, you know, it'd be better for us or whatever. So would you be like one of those people that basically like you quit your job, and she gets sick of you and end up leaving you because she don't want to create her career and.
No, so I won't. I'm not gonna pressure her to quit because
You gonna get her pregnant.
Whoa.
How about that?
Yeah. So. Take his fucking mic. It's fucking toxic. All right.
I broke rule number 2.
Yes, you did, motherfucker. So, I won't tell her to quit a job, but I will try to have the conversation that your job is hindering the ultimate process.
And so at that time, what would you do? Because I actually found myself in that situation. So I started a business. I left the pharmacy, and I was successful with the business.
Okay.
And he wouldn't.
Before you
wasn't
started
getting
the
on board.
business, did y'all have a conversation?
Yeah, he wanted to start the business. I started the business because that's what he wanted to do.
Okay.
And we had a conversation about how we were going to get there.
Okay.
So that conversation was, I'm going to do the groundwork because I do better at the paperwork, the legal things, and get everything going. Once it's established,
You do the rest.
you do the rest.
So that's
I
a
got the
different.
contracts
like you.
and
But
things
see,
like that.
that's a different conversation. That's you guys deciding you guys have a goal that you're reaching to.
Right.
What we were discussing is if I just think whatever she's doing is hindering the process of the ultimate goal.
Yeah, it
That's
seemed like
different.
y'all had a
That's
genuine
different.
goal
Like
together.
Well,
if-
but I feel like I sacrificed. Like it was something that he wanted to do, and I was supporting him, and I end up making all the sacrifices.
your fault.
I
That
end
was
up
his
doing a
fault.
lot of things, and it's like when you're in a situation like that, it's like that was another deal breaker for us.
Can I ask you a few questions? I just want to
didn't
ask you.
appreciate you,
I just
bro.
want to. I want to ask you a line of questions,
Okay.
and then that'll like ultimately give me my answer,
Right.
right?
Go ahead.
So how long were y'all married?
10 years.
Who was the breadwinner?
It was on and off.
Who was majority of the breadwinner?
It was half and half.
So y'all went 50-50 on everything?
I mean, so it was like he started off as the breadwinner, and then it was like, okay, I want to do something different. So it's like, okay, then I started my career in the pharmacy, and things started going well. And then it was like, okay, well, now I'm going to carry you until you go to school and do whatever you want to do.
Okay, but it was progression, and majority of the time it was him, but then you took the slack when he wanted to go back to school, correct? All right, so that's 2 questions. My third question is, when did it begin to be dysfunctional and you wanted a divorce?
When he made the baby. His third,
Okay.
fourth kid.
Okay, that's...
He made the baby.
Yeah.
So he stepped
cheated.
outside of the marriage.
Right.
You could have just said
Multiple
that
times.
part.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
4 times.
He was
You're-
a cheater.
Yeah, so
So he have twins. He have twins.
So he was a cheater. That's vastly different, right? The point I'm
Right.
trying to get to is a lot of times a woman, and I heard you say it, will be like, well, I sacrificed so much. I sacrificed so much, and I shouldn't have to give any more. But I want both sides to understand. Both sides are sacrificing. A lot of times you don't even see the sacrifices that he's doing to make sure that you can be able to do the things that you're doing. And most men, if not all, are silent about it because we don't want the praise about it. We just want to make sure you can keep doing what you're doing. Right? So, like, I don't want you to be like, I sacrificed, and then not have a self-conversation and be like, okay, in the 10 years, was there sacrifice from his end, and we're kind of equal. We both gave up things for the other person to be happy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
see
play
what you're
devil's
saying.
advocate for a minute. Hold
So-
on. I'm on your
no,
side.
she got
I'm on
she got
your
question.
side.
She got questions.
Go ahead.
So in our particular situation, it wasn't, he wasn't making a lot of sacrifices. I was making sacrifices from the beginning of the relationship.
You feel like
before
you was
even
putting
getting
in more
married.
than
I've
him.
always gave more.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially,
I don't think
probably
that-
not all the time.
And I wasn't there, right?
Right.
So I can't. My thing is only opinion, not fact.
I'm projecting.
Right. So I'm
projecting.
okay.
But that's
He's
why I
on
say
some shit.
sometimes
What
No,
I'm
because
saying-
I was you.
So what I'm
Right.
saying is, in my mind, because like 1 + 1 = 2, you don't stay with somebody for 10 years unless both people are sacrificing. You don't give all you can and stay 10 years. You give all you can and maybe stay 3 to 5.
Yeah.
For 10, both people are giving things and both people are taking.
But she
things.
was young.
But a lot of that time, he was
young.
10 years is 10
incarcerated.
years. Time doesn't change.
Oh,
Yeah,
then she
so-
getting
so-
10
yeah,
years.
so a
She
lot
was
of that time,
incarcerated.
Okay,
I've
it's a
done-
lot of
So
layers
that
to
was-
this.
Yeah,
What?
so that's what I'm saying.
The
I
nigga
did
was
3
so
times with him.
Wait, time out. How
So-
many years? Time out.
How many years was he
How
out?
many was the nigga locked up?
So his
No. How many years was the nigga locked up until I was married?
2, 3, 4.
Oh, this conversation is over.
You was only married a year. He got locked up. I was agreeing with you, but I can't. Of course you gonna put him on.
Usually I tell him to be quiet. Gee, say whatever the fuck you want.
I was on board with you because I was like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Yeah, he didn't do shit. Nigga was doing push-ups in the pen.
Wait, you know what?
No, I'm being real with you. Let's bring it back.
Reel it in.
Did he have?
She
So
said
when he
4
came
years.
back home,
That wasn't a marriage.
So we were together from when I was 15.
when he came back home,
Yeah, this is-
did he put into the business? That's all. Let's go back to the business. And also, before you answer that question, is the business still going?
Yeah, I've been running this since
What's the
2018.
business plug, real quick?
Oh, it's Dwayne's Delivery LLC. It's a courier service, a medical courier service. We deliver
Shout out
lab
to-
specimens for
Alright.
Methodists.
All right.
Keep going.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
I love
No, she was about to say something, but go ahead.
So you were just saying in regards to what was he doing? What
Was he
work or
providing in
effort-
those 4 years? Because the other 6, he was.
So I mean, you got. So you have to think about that was from when I was 15 until 2 years ago.
He got locked up when you was like 16. Was he
No,
15 too?
so we got together at 15.
That was a good
So
question.
look, I'm gonna run it down real
Funny
quick,
as
real
hell.
quick, in like 2 seconds. Got together at 15, had my daughter at 16.
With the jail.
He caught his first case.
Caught his
when
first
I was,
case?
when I was 17.
All right,
you.
G.
So my senior
All
year,
right.
he was incarcerated.
All right, G. Let's
Hold
talk.
on, you skipped
So-
over one point.
What?
Y'all was together already, so
Right.
he had to make bread. So he went to jail doing something stupid, trying to make bread
was
for the
hustling.
family.
Right. But I
All
was
right.
working.
But let me ask this. You said his
I was
first
working.
case. How many
He black,
cases?
huh? He black.
A couple.
He black.
A couple.
hustling.
As a
He
couple.
black.
so
He
he
was
got-
hustling. He was Ti.
So he got
All right.
out. So he got
sorry.
out. And
we already got the story.
so he was incarcerated with my senior year. So I was 18. So we got married. He was incarcerated when we got married.
Oh, fuck.
I had to get married because I was going to the army. So I had my daughter, so I had to get married. So I wouldn't have to sign her over.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
When you get in the military, that's the worst.
That's
So you skipping over the other one. Let me talk to you.
So
No, I'm just saying when you get in the
No, I don't like when
and you know this when you get
I don't like
into if you get married around the time you join the military is the worst.
Your champion shit I don't like. Look, let's talk.
So we got married.
Talking to him.
I went to the army. He got out. We got back together.
Let's pause.
Shit hit the
How you got back
fan.
together? He was still in.
No,
He got out.
That's the
He was only in
problem.
for like 2 years.
So
He got
look,
out.
And he went back.
He
He went back in a couple years later, like 5 years later.
Miss Sosa. Miss Sosa.
Yeah, you should definitely be a
Miss
rapper.
Sosa. yeah, you got balls.
Nah,
Yeah,
For real.
yeah.
All right,
That's
you got
bars
balls.
right there.
Let's say it.
My nigga was in the pen.
At first, I was stretching this like, okay, both sides gave. Look, you were involved in some tomfoolery.
He gave some years.
Look, G, I don't even have to say bullshit, some fucking tomfoolery. You were involved.
Hey, yo, B, not having a father to vet.
Yeah, I got it. I'm going there.
Yeah.
Look, why did you think?
What do you mean?
Well, I
already know where he going.
Yeah, you know exactly.
You better come correct.
Well, first of all, I always explain my point, right?
on,
And she's always able to say it.
Yeah, I'm dying to hear this.
The first time the nigga caught the case, and he went, because I'm assuming he went back after that. I went back, and then it was a few times.
Can we
Right.
talk about that?
No.
No. It's I can't.
So
nigga.
I'm trying to understand what.
Well, this
let me
is
get
a
it
later.
out. No, let me get it out. I'm trying to understand what allowed you to be like, this seems like a great idea.
He the one.
He's the one. I'm going to support fuckery. And then even though it's going to hurt me in the long run and I'm going to have to give more and accept less, I'm going to continue to allow him to make dumbass decisions and accept them back. Because
for the kids, right?
No. And I understand. No. Fuck two things.
Not the kids.
The kids.
Damn sure.
Fuck the kids.
Damn sure.
And then fuck the age,
If
right?
I'm the only one staying for the kids, but
Time
I'm-
out. G, let me ask you a question. Then I'm
Sometimes
gonna
you
go back
try to
to
stay down and
how
hold your
many,
man down.
No. Fuck that. How many times have you touched the stove?
Oh.
How many
Like
times
five
have you how many times have you burnt yourself on the
I thought he
stove?
was
Only
talking about
twice.
another one.
Right? Because you realize immediately
That shit
this
was
shit hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, fuck this stove, right? So what
She
I'm
was
saying
staying down.
No. Okay, so let's
it's not about a
let's
ride
have
or
a
die.
conversation.
Yeah.
There's a difference between staying down and being committed, and then allowing a man to
Hard
use
headed,
you.
soft behind.
Right?
Maybe she wasn't aware.
Because the stay down,
she
the
wasn't.
stay
She
down.
wasn't aware.
No.
She was aware.
So
don't do
what? So I
She
understand that
wasn't-
she wasn't aware, but
I'm over here.
we're about what she was saying. She was speaking
okay.
for you.
I'm over here.
We're
I'm
about
speaking for myself.
accountability, right? So when we leave the show, it's about examining ourselves, right?
Right.
So the thing is, she said she was staying down. She wasn't, because there's a vastly difference between staying down and being used, right? Staying down means he went for a year because he was trying to support for the family and decided, okay, I've missed a year of my daughter's life. I've missed a year of protecting my woman. I need to check my shit because I'm not being a man, because a man provides and protects, and being in here, I can't do either. So the moment he decided to do any other thing than those two things, he was no longer the nigga to stand behind.
Right.
He was no longer the nigga to stick up for. He a bitch ass nigga. And anybody who got a problem with that's fine. But that's what a bitch ass nigga does. Because we have two jobs.
Right.
We provide and we protect. If you're in jail, which one of those can you do?
Right.
Neither. So that's not the nigga to stand behind. If you gave him one chance to do the time, he came back and did the same thing.
I can agree. I could agree with that.
I just want us to be accountable about the decisions we make.
But honestly, sometimes when you from the hood,
No.
sometimes people don't know no better.
We all
No,
from the
so
hood,
it's
so-
not.
We all from the
So no,
Jets.
you can't. I can't say that
I
I
can.
wasn't aware of what kind of guy he was, because I end up learning him. And a lot of the reason why I chose to continue to go back to him and deal with certain things is because
they were kids,
of
though.
guilt.
No,
but
no.
That's why I was.
but
It was manipulation.
That's why
manipulation
It was
and probably a lot of
manipulation.
guilt too, because I felt like
I
a lot
should
of things you were doing
For
to
her.
give me better
Yeah.
because
But
I didn't have
but I'm saying
anybody
she
but
felt
him and
guilt.
his mind.
He used that as manipulation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
She
But she
felt-
probably didn't know no better.
younger than
At
him.
the time, she didn't know no
Yeah, you
better
know
that
what
she was
I'm
being
saying? She felt
manipulated.
That's
guilt.
why I was getting with
He
that.
used it as
Yeah, because she would have been
manipulation.
about
She
18.
wasn't aware. That's
Yeah,
what
she
I'm
didn't know that
saying.
she was being manipulated.
I felt like it was. I felt guilty because I felt like he was trying to provide for me
Nope.
the things that my family wasn't
Manipulation.
doing, and I was with him and his mom. So when I got pregnant, I got put out. So
Yeah, but
I
that's
was with him and his
manipulation,
mom.
though.
So I'm not making any excuses because I knew what was going on. But at the end of the day, I could not judge him
I can.
because I was in the same
And
boat.
he used that ceiling
Just
approach.
different
He,
outcomes.
he
Right.
lowered your ceiling.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
the one
lower
taking the
your
risk
ceiling.
of going to jail.
No,
Right?
no.
And you was free.
No.
Pretty much.
But that's a form
Money
of
and Clyde
that's a
shit.
form of that's a form of again that's a form of manipulation,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, she knows what he's doing, right? But we have countless stories
He wasn't taught right.
of niggas going to the pen and then their answer is I was protecting my family or I was supporting my family. But then we got another 20 million niggas who went cut 20 yards a day and made $300 a day and went wash cars and went change tires.
the truth
So
is
like
he took the easy
the
approach.
truth of the matter is
And got
he
caught.
did what was easy.
Right.
He did what was quick and then he manipulated you because you were young. So there was no man in that situation. There was no provider. There was no protector. There was nobody saying, okay, she got put out. She stayed with my mama. I need to make sure she's good.
Nigga,
Maybe
how
he
can
didn't have
you
a
blame
father figure to
boy
teach him
No,
that.
fuck that. Fuck.
But I
We
was
need to
working.
stop.
He probably didn't know no better
That's
though.
not enough.
No.
Some people don't wake
No.
up.
No, it's
but
not.
Some people do.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But he got a job though. He got a job.
Time.
But he,
Wait.
he
Like,
avoided-
he don't know better.
he avoided
working.
until like 25.
So he was
though,
working. I was
from what we
working.
talked about
But of course,
before.
like
That's just
you
like-
got to think about, like you said, it goes back to how you're raised, right? I wasn't raised a certain kind of way. My family, we wasn't raised a certain kind of way, very square. But he come from a line of hustlers.
No, that's bullshit.
Grandma
man.
and mama.
No.
But I'm just saying, I'm not making an excuse because you could have done it.
No,
It's
but
a
you
lot of
but
things.
what I'm
Everything
saying
is a
is talking about
Hold on,
what I'm
hold on.
It's
five
the
generations,
They
bro.
were kids.
talking about it's the one
Yeah.
mic. It's
I
the
just
thing.
do-
No, it's the
military
thing.
me killed.
No, what I'm saying is
The fuck, they know
she's
better.
saying it's the way that you were brought up. That he come from a line of hustlers. Bullshit, man.
Bullshit for real.
No, bullshit for real. Cause I come from the Jets.
And they should be
Like,
down.
like for real. I come from
That's
the
projects?
Jets. Like projects.
Oh.
Like my grandma's house was the trap house.
Yeah.
My uncle, my aunt, and my brother all so
No,
dope
you
out the
talk
same.
about that,
So
nigga.
dope out the same highs.
Yeah. That's
the
You said
same,
no.
bro.
But everybody don't get lucky like
So
you.
what I'm saying is they so
That's
dope.
not-
That's not
They-
luck, that's
I'm
a
saying
choice.
they so
Yeah, everybody
dope.
don't have that choice like
Wait,
you.
one
Everybody
mic,
smart.
one mic.
No,
One mic.
what I'm saying is they all so dope. So we use the logic that where you come from presents where you going. That's bullshit.
That's not true.
Everybody
No,
have a
because I
choice.
saw enough
It's
niggas.
nature and
I saw
nurture.
enough niggas have to cut up soap and sell soap because you ran out of
Ooh.
dope and get beat up and niggas go to jail
Yeah.
and niggas get violated and SWAT
Baking
team
soda.
and then SWAT
You don't
team
have
kick
to
open
do
the
that.
door and then my brother sell dope to my mama because she own that shit. So he expects her to, if he sell it to her, then she ain't gotta go do something
Get
she
it
ain't
from
got no
nowhere
business
else,
doing
yeah.
to get it. So I had enough understanding to say, man,
That ain't what I want.
I don't want to live like this.
Oh, that kind of
So a
goes
nigga
back
from
to
the
what he
streets
said.
should have more understanding than any other
must be
nigga
personal.
where he don't want to go.
Here.
I get
Any
what
nigga from the
I
streets
get
should
what
have
you're
more
saying.
understanding.
I get what you're saying because I'm the same way.
And I
I get what you're
feel-
saying because I'm the same way. But some people don't have that click in their mind
That's why
to
I
do
was
better.
saying,
Some people don't have
And
that.
then-
It's like
and
an awakening.
and then
Yeah,
let me say
everybody
that.
don't have that. Some people are just
They
No,
don't
no,
have
no,
that.
no.
Stuck in the
I want
project.
women to stop giving men excuses.
Straight up.
Because they
Right.
don't.
Okay, agree.
Because
Yes,
because
yes,
because
agree.
let me tell you something. That white man when he banged that gavel, he not giving no excuses.
Right.
He going to jail,
Ooh,
right?
I would
Thanks.
know.
Unless you white.
You see what I'm saying?
I work
done
for
did
the
it
court, baby.
Because
They
I'm
do
not
not
going.
play.
I'm not going. Yeah, because I'm not going to
changing
act
his
like
mind.
You
everything.
got a 50-50 chance.
I'm not gonna act like everything been sweet. I didn't did my dirt. I done
Yeah.
went to jail and messed up. But I had some understanding to be like, okay,
This ain't what I want.
say man, all my partners going to jail, all
Or
my partners
dying.
getting killed. I'm going to fucking funerals. I'm either gonna do something different
Or
or
you gonna
I'm gonna
die.
be where they at.
Yeah.
Right.
We got 30, 40-year-old niggas that y'all giving excuses for that say they're a product of their environment. Fuck their environment. Go see some different shit. See more than 30 feet outside the parameter in the neighborhood you live in that you claim fifth ward, but your mama don't own no property.
Right.
That was.
But some
that's the
dudes don't
silliest
have
stuff.
that. They
But
get
yeah,
up about
so
themselves.
I totally understand, and I agree with you in a sense of some accountability, and everybody has a choice.
Yeah.
I come from a lot of different things, but I'm nothing like where I come from.
And I'm first of all, I applaud that.
And
I came
stand
from
on
a
that
family
business
full of
all the
hustlers,
time.
Yeah,
but I
stand
took a
on it.
different
I'ma
route.
I
stand
just
on
wanted
that
you to,
business.
I just wanted some accountability on some that was fucked up. I never deal with another nigga like that.
Oh,
Never in my
absolutely,
life.
absolutely.
Okay.
I had to switch my profile.
I got a question.
You can't coddle them niggas.
I'm here, Trent.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Oh.
So-
So,
So-
baby,
them niggas, you can't coddle them.
Because
ain't no excuse. Ain't no
But
excuse.
I want to make it very clear. We're saying we're holding boys to men's standards.
you asked me, is that what I'm
When is a
saying?
boy a man? Real quick.
So
I get that in a second.
So I think that was what I'm finna say. I think it depends on where the age is that you're deciding whether a boy and a man are the same.
I don't got nothing to do with
Mistakes that he
age.
continuously
Well, we both
makes,
know what
so-
makes a boy a man is responsibility.
Absolutely.
So what has happened here in this situation was he got bestowed a responsibility of a man,
At
but he
17.
was still a boy.
Yeah.
So he responded like a boy would.
Yeah.
In other words, he tried to be a man without guidance.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I heard the same thing.
As a man, we agree there's no excuses. You
Yeah.
biting this
Because
bullet.
we don't get it. We
Yeah,
don't
you
get the
just say
second
hell
chance.
regardless. I'm not excusing him. So you gonna be labeled fuck nigga or whatever for whatever, no matter what the circumstances was. But what I'm saying is she's taking the brunt of it because she was still stupid. Nigga, she wasn't even legally old enough to buy cigarettes, nigga.
That's
Let
what,
alone go to the military, let alone work certain jobs.
that's what I was trying
So-
to tell you earlier.
So when
No,
you say
I
he could
understood all
have did
that.
certain, so when you say he could have did certain things, you're not understanding the full scope because number one, I've been in a situation where the pressure of my own mama, my baby mama, you know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of people on your neck, bro. And then and here's the thing, I'm still a boy, but to them now I'm a man. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're responsibility.
yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
don't even get the excuse of, can somebody teach me how to cut grass? Can
Right.
somebody
Yeah.
teach me? Like, I don't know no better.
Right.
get what
That's
you're
what I was
saying.
saying. He
I-
didn't know no
I-
better.
No. I get what you're saying. I get
You gotta
what
go
I
with your
get.
own.
You gotta ask OG.
No,
Locked
up, you
I
examined the
get,
first time.
I get everything he's saying, but example
What's
is,
the excuse
but
You get guidance in jail too.
hold on,
No, listen.
You probably
That's
wasn't
why I said
learning
that
nothing.
first time was the
but
problem.
that don't match, right?
Second
Because he's
time,
saying,
That's why.
well, nobody was there to teach me how to cut grass, right?
But
But somebody had to teach you how to cut crack.
That's what he.
Somebody had
Yeah.
to teach you to cut dope.
You
So
know
the
that.
time you
Well,
took to go learn this,
you know
you
that.
could have went and learned this something different.
But shit, it was probably somebody in his environment.
Nah.
I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying the different aspects.
just saying
different
everybody
aspects.
has a
Some people don't get the opportunity.
Either you
to
go
find
good,
opportunities. Some people don't
or you
get those
go-
opportunities. And
we all
I
get-
said it because of me.
We all
Y'all
get the
get
same.
learning
People in my
opportunity.
family,
Yeah.
a lot of people in my family haven't had the opportunities that I've had.
We all
So
get
But
they
there's
still be
opportunity to
stuck
learn.
in
No.
stuck in a
No.
certain
No, we all get the same
on a certain level.
opportunity.
Everybody don't get the
We
same
all get the same.
opportunity.
Yes, we do. My
People
mama
have
had
don't.
no. Time
You
out.
got 2 legs. You got 2
Yeah.
hands.
My
you
mama
two
got
eyes.
my mama got 6 kids. My other siblings be on some bullshit. But we all had the same mama, same daddy. We all had the same fucking opportunity. I decided fighting to go higher was better than sleeping in slum. Right? So we all every day that I breathe, I have the same opportunity as her, you, her. Like we all have the same opportunity. It's what you gonna do with it. It's sleeping 4 hours instead of 8 because you need more time to hustle and get yourself
Okay.
prepared. More important.
That's
like
correct.
it's about what you put in place.
Right.
We all got
Correct.
the same
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
I'm good.
Now, I can agree.
I don't agree that we have the same
You
opportunity.
got the same time and the
You got the same chance
But like
to
you said, it's your
take what you learn
mentality.
and use it to your knowledge, but we don't get the same opportunity.
We do get the same opportunity. I'm black and you black. What's stopping me and you from doing the same thing?
So let me correct the sentence. We get the same minimum opportunities.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We get the same. We get the
You're saying
same
we should
minimum
have the same
opportunities.
24
Like,
hours
that's
in a
what I'm
day.
saying.
And it's all about your mentality.
So you may have got
it's
more
about
your
opportunities
it's about what you
than
woke
them,
up
but
with
they
tonight.
still had a chance.
Am I gonna die the
Cause
same
I get up
way I woke up
at,
this
but
morning?
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's how we
Everybody
coming.
else
It's
still
like,
sleep. By 9
I am,
o'clock, I done
definitely.
did everything I needed to do. And
All I'm
everybody
saying
just getting up.
is,
Yep. I see you at noon.
I want women to.
But okay, so this is what I mean when I say opportunities. I'm speaking from a girl.
No, her microphone. Wait, what happened? Oh, she had gum in her mouth?
Yeah, oh my bad. Can you tell I'm sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right now?
I thought it was the accent. I'm sorry.
No, it's the gun. Keep going.
Yes, unprofessional.
Smoking
What you
insurance.
doing?
It's
You got the microphone. You
No.
We gonna hear it.
Well,
You gonna hear
a lot
it?
louder than you think it is.
It's fine. Keep going.
Okay, so versus, okay, so I'm gonna say like with me, like people that I know, like girls from around the way, from the hood or whatever, like I just so happen to know how to do taxes. So I was in a Jovi's doing taxes. A guy came in there and he saw me doing taxes. I started talking to him and he let me know about this opportunity that was going on with Proud to Be Me being in the fashion show. Versus a girl that's from the same hood as me, she never had that opportunity to meet somebody
But she had
to put her in a better
opportunities.
position. She probably never been outside the hood.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is she had a lot of opportunities that was never open even to you.
To you, yeah.
She had opportunity, just not the ones you had.
Right.
She had,
So I'm saying some people don't get the same
but I'm saying-
opportunities
but-
to do better.
But everybody gets
Everybody
has opportunity, though.
See, that's
In
it.
general.
Everybody gets opportunities to do better.
Yeah, everybody
they
does
may
it
not
that way.
match.
They can
Like
tell.
yours may be modeling, hers may be
Doing
fucking
hair.
gymnasts or doing hair.
Baby
but
steps.
everybody has opportunities to level
do
up.
Okay, I
something.
get what you're saying.
To do
Okay,
something.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
change
that
your
makes
I'm
sense.
mentality.
saying that for like 10 minutes, but I'm gonna show.
Also,
That
please,
makes sense. That makes sense.
please raise the ceiling on options for women in occupations,
I know.
hairstylists, and
There's so
everything
many
else.
things, but yeah.
I really think I'm saying this because I have two nieces.
What, doing hair?
I feel like they just be
that
jumping into
ceiling.
like
I just want somebody to just break that norm. Please have more professions for women in our black communities.
Yes,
more
Lord.
Wait. I'm not listening to that. You guys.
At all.
One mic
No.
real quick.
said
We're not gonna put no limitations on black women as far as professions and what they can do. We're not gonna ever say that.
We're not
with
gonna
your
say
number.
Limitations, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the opposite.
No, I'm
That's
just
what we
saying.
don't know how
I'm just
to
saying.
do.
If it's limited, we only limited based on our imaginations on what professions
That's what I'm
go and what they do.
saying.
I can talk
So I
about- I
know
wanna
what I'm
talk
saying.
about
When you
No,
say
y'all not saying the same thing.
No,
not
y'all
saying
not.
things, 'cause the
I
way
got
and the
something to
tone
say.
that you had it can't allow it.
No,
Right.
your tone was you look down upon people who do hair. That was the tone. And he's saying,
Oh, no,
how,
no, I
he's
wouldn't do
saying,
that. I
he's
love my
saying,
barber.
how dare you? Because
my niece do
a
hair.
woman can be in tech, but she could have 7 salons in 7 different cities and really be successful in what she does.
Yeah.
And then also understand.
Yeah.
This thing that's integral.
I'll
to
give
our
you another-
Especially because hair has went way to a whole other level.
Hold on.
But with so many things,
Y'all didn't hear all the
Black
professions.
women
T,
get
hold on.
paid
Y'all didn't hear
$500
all
to
the
put a wig
professions
on.
because I'm not just
Come on
talking
now.
about stylists. If you let me get to the list of professions, it's also going to nursing and also goes into a lot of other things. I just want us to expand a little bit outside.
but a lot of people be complaining
Nah,
about
because let me ask you.
Some
let me-
people
let
don't
me-
look like nobody.
One mic.
Hold on. The reason why I say this because my family, the women are only nurses, hairstylists.
Only nurses, though. Listen to yourself, bro. Come on.
Listen,
Can't do
let
that.
me finish.
Not the black
Let me
women.
finish. I'm not limiting anybody. It's English. That's what it sounds like.
No, I
Okay,
get
what
it.
I'm not talking about is nurses are bad. Nurses make more money than most people in here,
feel you.
bruh. I'm talking about. Okay, why are there only? And sorry to off track. Why are there only
It's
nurses,
definitely too
stylists?
The show somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody said something and it just came to my mind. And I know my niece is watching this, so I'm just like, yo,
I'm timing it, but
yeah.
keep going.
But all I'm trying to say is can we please expand it? And I'm saying it because this is one of the few podcasts that we have a larger group of women. So maybe I said it in the wrong way. I apologize for that. I'm not demeaning nurses. Definitely my mama, everybody else a nurse, hairstylists or anything like that. But I have a niece that just went to high school and she looks at her sister and because her sister has done hair and done this and done this. You gotta understand, we look at the next generation as our ceilings. The reason why I got into real estate and all that other stuff, I didn't give a damn about real estate or stocks. I thought my mom, when she talked about stocks when I was 17, I thought it was gambling. I was like, wasn't that against our
Honestly,
religion?
that's cool, but it's a tangent. We're gonna stick to the
Yeah, go
original
ahead.
point as
No,
far as limitations. I don't want you to go away from that
Go
because I
ahead.
got a point from that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't want you to go too far.
I got a major.
I don't want you to go too far.
Go ahead.
So this is what's important when we standing as leaders in our community and standing as leaders with our women especially. How we project things, how we send things and messages with our tones. It's way different. You saying, oh, I want to be the inspiration to where my niece is going to this field.
Yeah.
I want to be a reason my niece doesn't want to do this or she wants to go into this.
So I
and
agree
be
with you.
herself and do
Let me
whatever.
retract that. How I stated.
Delivery is
Yeah.
everything.
The reason why is
definitely got
because
offended.
my niece initially wanted to be like a dentist or a chemist,
She should
and
not
then
be
she
either.
just changed it because she started failing grades and she looked at her
That
sister.
sounds like a good reason to change it. I went to the University of St. Thomas for chemistry. I'm telling you, that's a great reason to stop.
but I'm just
That's
like,
a great reason to stop doing chemistry.
Hold on.
But
I
don't
want
worry
her
about
just
the
to
trick.
look at
See,
other
because
options.
I see what
I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying. First of all, I also want to say I don't agree, but I get what he's saying.
Like,
You
she
know
didn't know
what
what a
I'm saying?
neuroscientist is. I just want her to expand her options. That's all.
But to
Be
me,
open-minded to
but to me,
Yeah, that's all.
I get what you're saying.
I understand that.
But to me, history means everything, right? No. So you can take it. You can take it however you want to take it. Just like you're allowed to like spill, right? When I see a hairstylist, I don't see what you see, right?
Yeah.
I don't see what you see. I see a woman who's able to change a woman's confidence in the way that she feels about herself in an hour or less. I see somebody who's getting the lawyer ready to take the case, to get the contractor ready to get the deal. Like I see a person who is changing lives every time she touches a head. So to monetize it and make it seem like it's something average and there's bigger things outside of it is not fair to the person that's doing it.
And please call me out on it, because you know me. When I think about monetize was a good word. When I see or hear hairstylist, I see a limit on that bank account, and that's.
But
why.
there's not.
There's not. You have no idea how much the hair business is growing.
I know.
You can start off from a hairstylist to creating wigs, to owning your own store, your own beauty supply.
First of all,
like
for the
it's
last
a lot.
30 minutes, y'all have completely left my conversation, and that's fine. I'm okay with what I've learned.
We be on Wikipedia.
What I've
hopping link.
All right, so what I've learned is
I like that title.
we all make mistakes young,
Right.
right? And they don't hold us back. They don't define who we are. We are able to define who we are. One bad apple don't spoil the rest of the bunch. I also realized that most things that I would hear from women in this group I don't hear. Usually I hear over the top limitations of things that they gravitate towards when it becomes a man. It's about money and it's about what he can provide versus what you guys said. And maybe y'all do feel that way, but y'all didn't say that. And so, wait, what?
You did a really
I
good
was
job.
gonna say intellectual.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's fine, but I get it. But most women,
Through.
and I'll say general, I won't say all women. It's about what can he provide for me.
But I feel like
What
today,
can
I feel like today
we've had on the show.
I feel like today
And
we're
so
in a
this
bag.
was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I feel like today we're in a bag where like it's women, they're trying to like basically provide for themselves. Like they're not really worried about what a man's bringing. I know I'm not worried about what no man's bringing.
Yeah, me
today.
neither. Because I carry my own weight.
Okay.
Personal, but
Yes, ma'am, Missy.
What a man has is a plus.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
what
like
the
you said.
fuck? Okay.
Like
Go,
you
Missy.
said.
You can.
No, Missy, you good.
Yeah,
You raised
come
your
on.
hand. You were polite.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to be
Got it. Got you. I got you.
I have a question for,
Yes, ma'am.
for the men. Do y'all have any deal breakers as far as what your woman does?
Yeah.
Because when you asked me what were some of my deal breakers, a lot of them came to mind. But I think I want to change it and say something that would probably bother me more.
Are you saying like career based?
Yes. Okay. So I've dated a lot of guys that just had a problem with my modeling overall. And I've been modeling for 6 years.
Okay. So to answer your question, I think it may depend on what kind of modeling she does. Because all modeling isn't the same. Some women do swimsuits, some women do lingerie, some women.
I feel
it's all
like
kinds, right? So
that comes with it. So I did video shoots. I was a background dancer, fashion shows, photo shoots, and I was still learning the business. I'm still learning things. I wish I would have known what I know now, you know. Learning boundaries, how to stand up for myself in the middle of the shoot, you know. I had to learn all of that. So dealing with a guy who's probably insecure or whatever the case may be, I don't have time for that because it would ruin my mode. I don't like going anywhere by myself. So knowing me, I'm going to bring my man. And when I would bring them...
Are you single right
I thought he fell.
Jay, stop. Let him finish.
I'm like the fucking...
God damn it.
And when I would bring them... it would be like, I'm in this different mode. That's why my name on Instagram is Sierra versus C. These are two different people.
Okay. First of all, there's medication for that.
Yeah, there is.
Not like that.
But no, but tell them
I have an alter ego.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
I-
your performing side.
But I can answer your question. So. Yes,
He ready.
actually,
I want to hear what you got to say.
Actually, it's a few, and usually me and you, JB, like on the same wavelength, right? I think some men are like insecure, but then other ones they can dislike it or not be happy with it and not be insecure at all. You perceive it as insecure because he doesn't want you to do it, and it's something you want to do. But he cannot want you to do it because he values more what you bring to him than what you bring to the world. Right? So he don't want you to do it because he chose you for you, and he only wants to see what you have, and he doesn't want anybody else to see that. So that's not necessarily insecure. That's I want my woman to be only for me, and not for the world. And so some men may be insecure, but if I saw you doing lingerie and we were together and I said, hey, I don't want you to do it, it has nothing to do with insecurity. It has nothing to do with insecurity. It has everything to do with I respect you more than at that moment you respect yourself.
Okay,
and I don't want 10 years from now for you to
then?
be like, damn, I wish I had
add something in there.
I get it. But
it would be a situation where this is just personally how I feel, and from my experiences. I'm speaking from my experiences. I feel like when you meet me, you know what I do. Okay, so if it made you uncomfortable, if it did or didn't from the jump, why are you uncomfortable now?
So
I got it. I got you, bro.
You sure? Because I was
start to follow
land this plane.
Yeah, I just want y'all to answer the question.
I was finna land this motherfucker.
This is juicy.
I was finna land this motherfucker. Trust me, I got the wheel and I can land it.
That's why you not allow me to be myself.
We good. I just, I talk after the hour mark.
Yeah.
Look, you young, like stupid young, and you don't know everything, but I can see you kind of know that. So, but here's the thing, you only perceive from your lenses. You don't understand what men deal with. So let me explain to you what we deal with. Most women on average are mob-minded, which means you're going to follow 10 times out of 10, which means you're easily influenced to do something that you may have once said you would never do. Especially when you're young, you don't even have boundaries, let alone trying to set them. You don't know what you like yet. You don't know what you're into yet. You don't know what a line is.
Some weird shit these days.
Because you've never had a line outside of your parents telling you a line. Or if you had parents, but guys are some
That's why she don't drink.
Guys innately know this shit. And the sad part is the younger a woman is, the more impressionable she is. Alright? So that's why guys hunt for younger women, because they're impressionable. That's why the whole thing is why even guys from 18 to 100 look for younger women, because of their impressionability.
Can you tag me in, if you don't mind?
I might teach right quick. So they're not insecure.
Like
they're just aware of something you're not aware of just yet. Similar to, here's the funny part. She was talking about her nigga fucking up. He's not fucking up. He's still learning life. And then to jump immediately from 17 to jail, he don't even know what the fuck he's good at to go work at. So we can't sit there and say, oh, you should know better. Nigga, what options do you really have in jail exercise?
All right, so real quick. To answer your question,
I agree, but I don't agree.
Because you were focused and you were have a very intended and very focused question, what I thought. You said, they know what you do when they meet you. They don't have the same feelings for you when they meet you. So as he said, I appreciate you for what you can do as who you are with me, not who you are to the world. So in my focus, it's not so much as a non-insecure type nigga. And again, and also I don't want to offend you or nothing like that with the modeling. It wasn't like no ghetto gaggers type shit or nothing like that.
No, like actual modeling.
Fire, cool.
Jay, like what the fuck?
Good.
You gotta ask.
Jay, what the fuck?
I'm just making you think ghetto gaggers.
Jay,
Fuck you. I pro sex work. I'm pro all the time. I know. I'm all with it.
Trill. Do your plug for that dinosaur. Do your plug for that dinosaur.
Trill.
I got the
Trill.
Oh yeah, all that. I forgot. Let me plug.
No, throw me the plug for the dinosaur. Throw me the ball. I don't know where.
No, because she asked because like she was asking, she was saying like, red flag.
But what she was saying,
a lot of tangents happen. We changed the course of the
No,
conversation.
I'm not gonna change.
So when I wanted to answer the question, I wanted to answer directly to what you were asking. And directly to what you were focused on. You talking about red flags, you talking about limitations with your career, your aspirations, and your man being insecure and limiting you from getting to your highest as far as you can see it, correct? That was the focus.
Yeah.
So when we go into other conversations, let's just not.
No, I wanted to answer that.
Can I?
No,
I know.
I just-
I'm alley-ooping it back to you.
I want to say one thing.
I'm alley-ooping it back
You
to
know
you.
what? You remind me of most men go through that.
Yeah.
But we're working so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yet our partner don't appreciate the work we put in, and we get chastised for it or reprimanded because I'm not spending time or you don't make time. But
My
the
plane,
difference
my,
is
my plane is way different.
I like these
My
points.
plane is
I
way.
know.
I'm flying under the
okay.
radar.
Why can't you not
Hey,
accept
Wait,
her
wait,
as
wait,
she
wait, wait,
is?
wait.
Hold on.
Don't pass the mic. It wasn't your turn.
I want to answer a question.
The ball is
Y'all
wrong.
said, why can't you accept the fact I like multiple women? Why I only gotta be
That's a
sexually
tangent.
loyal
We're not
to you?
talking
That's a
about
tangent.
that.
Talking about-
No,
talking about-
every man
Everybody
met
has
her
their own
like that.
But listen,
Really?
man, but you met every man.
What's up
But
with that?
No, we,
I'm off the
you
chain.
going,
Ding, ding, ding,
No,
ding, ding, ding,
that's
ding.
the problem with men, though.
No.
Talking about church
It's
finger.
one.
Hey, bro,
Don't
that's
go
your
there.
question. If you could,
It's one
would you
mic.
mind people
Okay,
monogamous,
wait.
bro? Like you,
And I know you have a
At
different
what
question.
age?
I can't.
You can't hear
20 to 30.
because they're not respecting rule number one.
If you had to be monogamous, would you be at between 20 and 30?
25 to 30, yes.
Where's the
25
conversation
under,
going?
though.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Let me-
Go-
no,
she-
let's
she
not
has
get
a question.
lost.
Hold on.
Because her
Let me-
logic was accept her for who she is, but
See,
that's
look.
you don't want to
But
do that
I don't
because
want to.
Okay.
I don't want to understand her logic.
I don't-
understand
But
her
that's why I
words.
got the
I
ball.
don't
Not
want
her.
nobody
Not
to
her.
put
Not her.
words in my
I'm
mouth.
talking- no,
Oh, you're
I'm
not talking about me.
talking about
Okay,
her.
okay.
Okay, go ahead,
Oh,
sir.
no,
I was
what
saying
she
you seem
said.
like
Because
you
I
had a
don't know
question.
where we
But she
went.
said it after.
Well, it's really a
We gotta
statement.
focus.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
she
No,
said that.
she said it after. The main point
Trill.
back into the first point.
Trill.
No, no,
Stop
I-
arguing with
I-
Trill. That'll be the entire episode.
Oh, no, I know.
No, no,
All right.
I answered that.
So,
The point you don't want to do
I don't know
that.
what they did, and then he thought you were a different kind of model.
No, I didn't. I was just clarifying.
He was just
making sure.
clarifying. I get it. It's
I was
okay. I'm
making
not
sure
offended.
that
It's
you were
fine.
hinting at that because I knew you just did regular modeling. So I was
Stop,
like,
stop.
Let's go. Get this
All
point
right.
out. Land this
Yeah,
plane
I'm
real
gonna
quick,
land this
'cause
fucking
goddamn, we about to
plane.
crash. I ain't gonna lie, we put in the triangle in this
So,
bitch.
so you were
No,
saying
it's okay. You good.
you were saying when he met you,
Excuse me.
what's happening
you
right
can
now?
go this way.
She had to make a phone call. Just push
Like,
it.
I
Push
really
it.
gotta make a phone call. My bad, my apologies.
Nah, she good. We're all into it. I got you, bro.
Excuse
Okay, I know
me.
you're gonna edit it. So what I was saying is, you were saying when he met me,
There you go.
he knew exactly who I was and what I was doing. What I like to say all the time is, I tell people all the time, you're going to fall in love with whoever you with. Who you are now is not who you're going to be in 10 years. Who you are in 2 years is not who you're going to be in 2 years.
Amen.
Like, you have to constantly fall in love with who that person becomes. So knowing that, I know that he went in, knowing that probably in 2 years, you wouldn't even like the same things. He went intentionally knowing that when she walks into a room of man, she thinks one thing, but when I walk into a room with the same man, I know what they want from her.
Right.
I know the boundaries they're willing to push, and she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't. So she thinks that I'm hindering her, but I'm saving her. But I'm
Protecting her.
willing to be the bad guy and her hate me. Then do some stuff 10 years from now. She says, I can't believe I did that.
Right.
Well, I would just like to say that
I like to land a plane.
I never looked at any of my exes as if they were necessarily a bad person. There was a lot of I did need to learn how to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
I did need to have some type of boundaries when it came to my modeling because it was the same playbook every single time. It's the same thing.
It's not even that. It's
And
I
with
can
all
definitely agree
women.
with that.
It's in all
respect-
women.
I
We're,
respect
we're going to
that.
try the same things over and over if it's working.
Right.
Right?
Well,
I believe that once you got somebody worth doing something different for, you'll do something different. I'm heavy on social media, and I have a lot of men that
But
don't
no,
like it.
let's
but
just be
I-
honest. Whenever you have
It's not the case.
That's-
Listen. Based on your decisions in life, you have a certain mentality that's good for a marriage.
Yeah.
Your problem is getting married to the right person. But
Right.
if you
can have
not being
somebody
funny,
work
not being an
with you.
asshole, I would tell you let a male you trust vet the next man, so you ain't got to go through that. Because the reality is, just like you know a snake bitch when you see one, we know a trifling nigga when we see one.
Absolutely.
So skip the middle.
And for Miss C, I think the thing is, it's not that he feels intimidated or you knew what I was when you met me. It's like I might be a fuck nigga when you met me, but if I really like you, I'm gonna grow out of being a fuck nigga. I might be a cheater when I meet you, but it's something about you that I don't even want to cheat.
And
Yeah.
also,
You see what I'm saying?
did you
So it's
think he
like-
might have been trying to protect you and
that's
to
why
help
I'm
those
saying
boundaries?
that I didn't call him insecure. I said it comes off insecure. And then there's plenty of experiences I had with these exes to where it was okay when they're in it with me or when you have the opportunity that I have. You wasn't even interested in modeling. Now all of a sudden you're interested in modeling. So now you're doing what I do. But when you do it, It's fine.
can
I
I ask you-
had one ex tell me,
But it's
"Oh,
gonna
that's the
always be
devil's work,"
different when
but
it's-
you
when
did
it's
it
a
too.
man
Can I ask you a-
Men and women can always be different.
I don't want to go into that.
Can I ask you a
That's just the truth.
Wait, can I ask you a question? So, like, if I don't know, I mean, I looked at your page, but it didn't like go through it, so I see some of the modeling you're doing. So, like, let's say you're with a guy and he says, "Hey, I don't want you to do this shoot." Like, what's the conversation?
What's the conversation?
He just flat out say,
I
"I
wanna
know,"
do it.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
What the
I'm gonna do what I
fuck?
want to do,
That's
and that's just the thing, though.
That's like stopping her.
No, no,
Her.
no, it's not. I want her to finish. Let her land her plane.
So when it came to certain gigs, like if I'm aware that it probably, this is not my lane, like I probably shouldn't be doing that. That's not the image that I want to partake in, you know, then I would be understanding. But when it's literally just an excuse as to why, like, oh, well, you're going to be busy if you do this, or like, it would be little stuff like that. Like, I don't, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah, that wasn't.
That was a lie.
That's what I'm saying. We can have a conversation about it.
No, what I'm saying
and
is,
I can understand where you're coming from.
If y'all have the conversation,
you already know where it's
like
gonna
y'all have a respectful conversation, adult conversation, and at the end y'all still differ. And he says, "I don't want you to do that shoot." Are we still doing the shoot?
It depends on
No,
how I feel about
I just want to know the answer, and because then I have another question. If that's
it depends on how I feel about it.
It depends on how you feel.
Yes.
Okay, so my next question is, how does love work in your life?
That's a good question.
That's an overall good question, isn't it?
No, because the love you have for someone else will stop you from doing certain things.
Doing a lot.
Even if you want to, right? Because there's some things that I want to do selfishly for myself, right, and for my career, but because I love my children, right?
You can feel that.
I can't do certain things. I have to always second guess. Will that affect them 10 years from now, right? Yeah. So my thing is, love in my life works for me, that the person that's telling me has good answer. I mean, has a good reason why they don't want me to do it. Even if I don't agree with it, but where they're coming from is love. Not from hurt, not from trauma, not from insecurity, but from love. Then even if I hate it, I won't do it.
Let me just clarify real quick that I definitely, in those relationships, I did listen. I'm not speaking this way because I didn't.
No, I'm saying for
I'm like
future.
this now. I'm saying that I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to go based off of how I feel about it. Because when I was in these relationships with these men, I considered how you felt.
So it sounds like
I missed out on opportunities just to make you comfortable.
Like
I let you ruin my moment. I let you ruin all the things that I was trying to do.
But it sounds like everybody. But it sounds like
that's why you want to be human.
But it sounds
like the person.
Yeah, no. But it sounds like everybody, because those guys were not the right guys.
Yeah.
That anybody next has to.
It was the wrong time. Man.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but everybody after you, everybody after. I get what you're saying, but every guy after you, because of what you've been through, now has to deal with the consequences of the guys who made
I don't
wrong
believe
decisions.
in that. I don't do that. I'm just saying that
No,
now
I'm saying now
I
if a guy
learned.
says no, it doesn't matter.
I never said it didn't matter. I said it depends on how I feel about it. I'm going to consider what you're
then it
talking
doesn't matter
about.
because matter means I won't.
Yeah.
Like words have connotations and they have definitions. So if I take in matter means I'm subjected to how you feel. And if you say I'm going to do regardless, then there's no matter in there.
Okay, well maybe I shouldn't have worded it the way that I did.
Oh, I love words. Like the English language is phenomenal. The way that it works.
I should have called you.
And I'm glad we're having this conversation because that makes me want to think about a lot of wording that I say too. So you got to really be careful with the words that
We growing in this podcast.
When it comes to like I'm really him.
very important.
You have to be able to articulate your words.
And I get what you're saying. Like you miss moments, right? I missed. Sometimes I look back and I missed hella moments, right? Where I had opportunities to sign deals and go on road and do tours and be an artist. And then sometimes I look at my life and I'm like, damn, why didn't I do that? But then I have to also say to myself, what did I gain by not going? Right? What did I succeed in by not having what I thought my moment was? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I wouldn't give my kids up or anything. Not that they were my kids, but they've taught me so much that I couldn't have learned on the road. And at that time, I was so open to anything that they could have talked me into doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
I could have been drinking, doing dope, because I just wanted to be in my moment. And sometimes what you think your moment is really a space where you're trying to figure out life, and you think that will propel you, when propel you may not actually be what you think it is.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Absolutely.
So if we were in a relationship and we did have a conversation about
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all be in a
and we
relationship.
did,
With this hypothetical. I would like this hypothetical.
You saw the way
I got emotional. I'm done.
Hypothetically, if Cece was in a relationship with JB,
Well, first of all,
I love this hypothetically.
Because she saw my eyes.
that's why
Hypothetically, if you were in a relationship,
Wait.
I was like, wait.
Rewind it back because I really want to see what you have to say.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
want to see what you
Okay.
have to
And
say.
my eyes is here.
Okay, so you personally, as a man, I'm not asking y'all, I'm asking him. Okay,
Let me
so
sit while you ask me.
let's say there is a gig, and maybe I do have to wear lingerie, but maybe they just want me to sit there, but I am exposed a little bit, right? Not like nipples showing or nothing like that, but just
Okay, put them nipples up. All right.
it's giving sexy vibes,
Okay,
right?
sexy vibes.
Okay. You tell me you don't want me to go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to do that gig, right? And we have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me why. I tell you my reasons as to why I feel like it's a good idea for me to go.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you I'm comfortable. I don't feel like it's doing too much. You know, I feel like I'm not shaking my ass in the camera or nothing. I'm just sitting there looking pretty. They're paying me this amount.
Okay.
Oh, I need that. I'm about to go, you know?
Okay.
And out of respect, can you act right when we get there? You know, and let me do my thing. I'm gonna make this money and we're gonna dip. Right?
So I'm only gonna. Oh, you're not done. Okay, keep going.
So I'm saying, like, if after we have a conversation and you understand where I'm coming from, I understand where you're coming from, and I decide to go and you come with me, are you gonna act accordingly, or
You gonna still be on board?
are you still gonna?
So I'm only gonna answer the question based on the way that you presented it, not the way I want to answer it. In your parameters. So there's three things. First thing, I'm not going.
Okay.
smart
I'm
man.
not.
Okay.
I'm not going to go because you're gonna want me to act a certain way, and that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Right? So I'm
Okay.
not going. 2, I probably won't be there when you get back.
Okay.
Right? And 3, if we had a conversation and ultimately at the end of the conversation you decided to still do it, then you didn't value the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
Right? Because any money they're willing to pay you to do whatever it is they said I don't feel comfortable with, I'd rather just give you the money.
Okay, that's different. That's different.
I've been with a woman that went shopping and all the shit that she didn't like. I asked her how much did it cost. Can I see the receipt? Handed her the cash, took the clothes, put it on a barbecue pit.
No cap.
Right? Because I'd rather give you the money than you go out like this. Like I'd rather give you whatever they're gonna pay you to show a little nipple. How much is that? I'd rather pay you.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. This is the
Real
difference.
Man. Real man.
Paper nipple.
Thank you.
You get
Right.
different results out of different
This
men.
is the difference
You see what I'm saying?
as far
And
as
then-
what
and
I
then
was
also-
dealing with.
and
Like,
then also-
because she just made a statement earlier about the opportunities being
Yeah,
missed,
yeah,
not the
and
money.
then
She
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
talk about the
yeah,
money.
yeah,
She want
yeah.
career to grow.
I know I'm only staying in the parameters of the question she asked, right? But then also the other side, right? If we sit and we have a conversation, I am 100% with. If you can explain to me why this helps you, then I'll be with it. If you can logically out explain what I explained and said this is why it helps me, then even if I don't like it, I'll respect it and I'll help you with it.
that's what I'm saying. We
Right.
had
Right?
an understanding.
But I need a big reason why this helps
Right.
versus me saying
It's a
no.
conversation.
And then,
we ain't
you see what I'm
get
saying?
too deep into it, but I'm letting you know
Yeah,
we
and
understood
so-
each
This
other.
could be a shoot
Because-
for CoverGirl or something. If she do
Yeah,
good, she
well,
could
fuck
be on the
CoverGirl,
magazine.
because my thing is,
CoverGirl.
But what
Fuck-
if this is
no.
her career? This is
no,
something she
but
loves. This is something
what I'm saying is, if I love that woman, right?
It's
Which
and
one
it's
you-
about
which one you-
sacrifice.
No, I'm
Which
with.
one you
I'm-
love more,
I'm-
the career or your husband?
But no, fuck, we're not married. I'm just with her. So wait. No. Me and her together, we live with each other.
You didn't give us a parameter.
Hypothetically, we're together, right?
But
My
I-
ultimate goal, if my girlfriend or my wife has a career, right? My ultimate goal is to everything in my power make sure she succeeds in that goal.
Right.
Right? So I may have other avenues that we both are comfortable with where we can still get to the same point.
Right.
I just need her to trust me and trust the process and trust that I'm not insecure in what you're doing. I know where it leads and the people that's gonna be there.
Some men are insecure though.
I'm not. She
not
with them. She with
talking
me.
about
She with me.
You just gotta know who you sleep next to in the bed at night. That's all that is.
It's a very clear disconnect between what women think men are and what men really are.
I need to put that. I
Women
need to
say
say
that
that.
like he's insecure. It's more like keep talking shit, and this man is gonna stop being a man and let the world get to you. Women don't understand how many times your man has stopped you from fucking up your own life, or stopped you from getting raped, or stopped you just blame for making bad decisions. You ask any man who's ever been married with a woman, they will tell you 90% of the time,
90%?
90% of a marriage for a man is him stopping his woman from making a bad decision.
Why the fuck you with that woman if you think she gonna be making bad decisions?
That's what women do, bro. Women have a care.
I protect my man too, so I don't know what you're talking
because
about.
most of the time women go off emotion. Most of the time, women go off emotion most of the time.
Let me bring my show back.
Women go based off emotion most of the time. So we don't be thinking clearly.
If you taking care of a woman, bro,
Sounds like a hypothetically for another
she's not gonna
episode.
have those worries.
Thank
so her
you.
decisions are a little different.
So again, I yeah, he does. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Lots of
But,
I was serious.
no, what I'm saying is I'm gonna
I
wrap
take
it and
that
then we're gonna do different things. But what I want to say is a lot of times I don't want y'all to listen to Trent. I want y'all to hear Trent because sometimes what he's saying is the same thing I'm saying. He's just choosing different words, right? He's being more brass, but not 95% of the time we're saying the exact same thing. I just choose better words, right? So he's not being disrespectful. What he's saying is, he didn't get with a woman, Trill City J, thinking that she's going to make mistakes. He got with a woman thinking that if she does, I'm here to save her. My only job is to fix whatever she breaks. Like a man carries an invisible. That's why if a man gets with a woman and something happens, let's say a car wreck or she gets sick, let's say she gets cancer, a man is distraught because that's nothing he can fix.
Right.
That's why he'll probably die when she dies because there's something. Because men's ultimate job is to fix what you break.
I witnessed that before.
And if he can't fix it, he doesn't know what else to do. He feels hopeless. Right. So
I want to add something to that.
No,
I got you. No, it ain't
we the
bad.
same shit?
Actually, yes. If you say this, women, I'm not trying to be funny, but just to give you a nature of a man, is when we go into a room, the first thing we do is find purpose for ourselves in this room. What can we do to make ourselves useful? That's the first mentality.
If we don't
every man
hold any use to you, I can do nothing for you, and we won't be together.
And the extreme of when a man don't have a purpose, I'm gonna give it to you. You know, talk about men leaving their families and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's because he realized he didn't serve a purpose in his own home.
Right.
And rather than become a burden, he'll remove himself, even from his own children. Trust me when we say we love our kids more than y'all most of the time. But we can never show or express it because we never get taught that in some fucked up reason, society, right? But
Don't
if
cry.
we realize us leaving is what's best for everything, we will do it. Now, ask how many women you know are willing to give up their kids for the better of the children.
I've seen it happen.
It's very rare.
It's very rare. But a man,
most women will hold on to their kids knowing that the situation is fucked up.
But
also, stop loving your kids
every
more than
man,
your
that's his
husband.
first decision.
You know what? That's a different conversation.
That's hypothetically for another day.
For another day, because that'll make me upset. All right, so hopefully that answers your question, Miss C. And that hypothetical where we were together. All right.
That's a lovely hypothetically.
Well, stop. All right. So I'm gonna allow y'all to go from this way, that way, giving your outro. All right, we can start with you, Miss Sosa. Straight ice on the mic.
I am so sorry, but again, it's your girl Barbie Sosa, and make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at The Real Barbie Sosa, and come check out the Proud to Be Me Season 2 Models May 28th.
Where I'll be hosting.
Yes.
And I'll be assisting.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sure.
I'm Cece. Please come check us out at the Proud to Be Me Fashion Show, and I'll see y'all next time. And follow me at CECLLII 4A's.
Again, wait, what you said? Follow.
Yeah, outro.
I'm
Just
so
your outro.
sleepy.
Just your name and your Instagram.
Okay,
Or
well.
anything you got going.
Again, nice to be on the show. Proud to Be Me fashion show is May 28th. My name is Miss Deja. And follow me on Instagram at Miss Deja with the 6 A's.
And she like cancers.
I don't like it.
She don't like cancers. All right. Let's go.
Thank you guys for having me on the show. My name is Nikki J. Follow me on Instagram again at The Real Nikki J. And I will also be in the Proud to Be Me Fashion Show 2023.
Yeah,
Ex-wife or girlfriend. Keep going.
He said ex-wife.
Damn.
Y'all broke up in the
He already broke up with me.
We'll fix it next time. We'll reunite.
Well,
Oh my God.
it was nice talking to everybody. Y'all are all interesting. I just want to say that.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Or
No,
not.
it's a really good thing. I love everything about this conversation. So thank you for having me. Again, I'm Sierra. Instagram is Sierra versus C, not with a C, with the SSIC. And you will also be seeing me in the Proud to Be Me run. What is it? Proud to
Fashion
be
show. Proud to be me.
Proud to be
Fashion
me
show.
fashion show. Yeah, you will see me there.
2023. May 28th. Everybody
May 28th. I didn't even know the date until
Wow.
today.
Wow, Sarah.
Tickets
Okay.
are on sale.
Yes, make
They
sure you
are.
get your ticket.
Purchase your tickets, please.
But make sure you get
Yeah.
your ticket
Get your ticket.
and see all us beautiful women come and work the
Yes.
runway. 'Cause that's what we're
it's
gonna
Mr.
do.
MISTER, Mr. Technically Difficult. Please don't
Very
follow me on
technically
any social
difficult.
media, but it will be MR Technically Difficult on my Cash App.
Okay.
If you would like to donate, please.
Okay. So beyond that, it's your man AOB and Miss Tennessee says she finna change it to Ayo Poppy.
Yes, 'cause we was on
because
Sunday.
I usually go by Ayo Poppy when my shirt is unbuttoned and my chest is out. But yeah, sometimes with
In the
some
summer.
episodes.
In the summer.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all each and every week. Every Wednesday, 7 Central. YouTube new videos are counted down and premiered. This one will be this Wednesday again at 7 o'clock. We are Hypoghettocally speaking on all platforms. We appreciate y'all each and every week. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. We want to shout out studio headquarters for the building and for the scenery. Shout out my man Trent the engineer for all of our video, all of our audio, and for being a part of our conversation. Yes. We love y'all. We want y'all to be safe. Make sure you're vetting the person you're with. Make sure the person you're with loves you as much as you love them. And we'll see y'all next week.
Right.